Oh, I don't have it muted.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay.
I will mute it back in a second. Oh.
Hello.
No.
Good evening and welcome to... Am I muted? I'm not muted. Stop talking about stuff. Hello, good evening and welcome to Gilded Age, a Cypher system game about nascent heroes in a world entirely unprepared for them. I am Dear Night Wanderer. I am your storyteller here. And... well, I am your storyteller. And I am here to adjudicate, assist, and titillate my players. And speaking of whom, let us introduce a couple of our cast and characters. Dora, who you be, who you play?
Hi, I am Pandora Beatrix, and I will be playing Coraline Templeton, the weird sympathetic nexus who solves mysteries with a cozy magic flavor.
Awesome. John?
Hello, I'm John. Today I will be playing Yesterday, the fast speedster who ignores physical distance, and I cannot spin a pen.
These are important facts that our viewership is encouraged to note down. It will be on the pub quiz at the end of the season.
Fan lore.
Yeah, fan lore.
Yeah.
Glitch.
Hey everybody, it's Glitch. I'm here again. Sorry for being gone last time. I'm playing Victor, who's an Inquisitive Adept who ink spells on skin and is woefully unprepared for whatever is going to happen today.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's perfectly fine. When has it ever not been fine? Adam.
Oh.
Yep. No.
He heard. He's like, hey, it's our turn. I'm Adam. That was Dio. Better known as Soulbind most places on the internet. And today I'll be playing Remigrave, the mutant mesma of 1,000 Faces.
Awesome. And Ben.
Hello, I'm Ben. And today I am playing Rexplode, the hellborn vagrant who abides with stone. And I'm really bad at peeling boiled eggs.
Put them in cold water.
More fan lore.
Cold water helps.
Shove them in ice water and they'll peel right off.
Ice water. You think I'm that prepared when I'm cooking? I'm lucky there's eggs in it.
Okay,
He's
well,
lucky
yes,
there's water.
It's difficult to boil to peel a boiled egg if it is non-existent. That I do give you.
What is happening?
That I do give you.
I mean, in a sense, it doesn't have a peel on it.
True.
If it does not
So,
exist.
True.
Success.
That's why it's so hard.
Yeah. It's Schrodinger's peel.
What is happening?
It's all right, Glitch. This gets easier to understand the longer we play. Sure, I'm probably no. You missed the last session. It's wild.
We left off with here we go again. Rex, Cora, and Remy having a nice day at the park. A nice little picnic. A little bit of a detour during that picnic, and now they're back, and we are going to pick up right where we left off, but possibly a couple of minutes into the future. I know, time travel, it is weird, we don't ever do it. As they come back to the warehouse, where we see Jesse and Victor just chilling, living their best lives.
Victor would definitely still be doing some kind of science experiment.
Oh, yeah,
I'd just like that to be known. When is he ever not doing a science experiment?
That is his baseline in my mind.
He doesn't have a social life.
Yeah.
Yeah, similarly, Jess is also there because he doesn't have a social life, but he also doesn't know what to do with himself while other people are doing stuff. So he's just kind of sitting there.
I imagine Victor is probably rattling off about whatever.
Jesse can just sit.
Can he? That's a great question.
Probably just vibrating.
Yeah.
People anxiously normally like change positions in the chair like every 2 minutes or something. He just does it like every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, cross this leg, cross that leg, turn this way, shift that way.
It's like the scene from Base Instinct, but it's actually so quick that it produces a breeze in the warehouse.
God.
Wow, this session is starting out.
The door
We have an
opens.
energy today. Yeah.
The door opens and Rex, Cora, and Remy plod
So,
walk and
yeah,
slither in.
I'm trying to to think of how to describe what Cora looks like. So I forget what I said last time. At least one of her eyes is made of Twinkie right now. I forget what the other one was.
Sorry, did you say
But-
made of Twinkie?
Yes. Like whenever she uses her wayfinding, her eyes change randomly. And it's not just color.
That's horrific.
I mean, it still works. That's the thing.
I don't remember
That's
you saying about it
weird.
being made of Twinkie. That's wild.
No, that yeah, well, I mean, I haven't gone down the whole list of everything they could possibly be because it's anything, but it's yeah.
Wow.
It's
That's a lot.
anyway,
Maybe
her
it's
facial
a-
expression
maybe
is
it's a hard-boiled egg.
probably not very familiar. It's just it's just sort of like that, like just
Kind
sort of
out it.
staring in random directions, not at anything in particular. Like she's clearly deeply lost in thought and not super like sanguine about whatever she's thinking about.
Yeah, I
It
think
doesn't-
as we walk in, Rex is also like he's not a particularly chatty or loud person normally, but is extremely quiet and like reserved as we return.
There's
Is he
a
also a Twinkie?
darker, more brooding glow to the cracks in his skin. It's like a more,
There's definitely like a
more darker
tension
red, yeah.
amongst us.
Yeah, Jess, you're gonna want to sit down for this, I think.
Oh, and Remy
okay.
visibly has laptops.
Oh yeah, I have 2 laptops,
That is correct.
one under each arm.
We went to the park.
Stole some laptops.
What? Was a food fight part of that too, or
Actually, I don't think we saw any food.
Nobody was
We
eating the
didn't-
corpses, were they?
We did not get a list of all of the things that happened, and so it's not impossible that one of them was a food fight.
Oh
I
my
don't-
god.
well, you
It would have been
I
a
was
really
just-
bad food fight.
An apocalyptic
You
food
gotta-
fight.
you have a thing on your face is all.
You're just both having this moment of, do we say it out loud? Do we not say it out loud? Neither of them have actually said it out loud. They're just mumbling and pointing at Cora's eye.
Just Why'd you steal laptops?
Steal is a
Well-
wrong word. They were legitimate salvage.
They had no owners.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really steal from nobody.
Or I guess maybe Rex owns them. I don't, depending on how that works.
I don't think I owned the world.
I mean, possession is 9/10 kind of thing, but
So many questions, and I'm not sure where to start.
no.
Well, here-
there are
there's-
so many asterisks. I don't either.
First step, these laptops need power, but they don't use standard plugs.
Yeah,
You might be able to figure something.
I still have the what did we call it?
The
It's
repair
been so long
drone?
since I used that thing. The orb that I brought with
Oh,
me
the artifact. Yeah.
that just can power anything.
Oh,
Well, that's
Victor would probably like motion to
That's
that.
very
'Cause I don't
handy.
know if we would give it a name. And he
That
would just
is
be like,
exactly what we need.
exactly the right solution.
Yeah.
we couldn't have got a bit more perfect thing if we'd pulled it out of Cora's bag.
If only you'd been there last time. Okay. So, it's not clear when when the laptops were built, because it involves a few different variables, but I'm gonna say ballpark about at least 20 years from now.
I think it was more like at least 50 years.
Well, but the thing is, people can have old laptops, right? That's why I'm.
Oh, that's
hedging.
true. Yeah. Okay. Fair.
I mean, I would
From
think it
now?
would be more visibly hyper technology, depending on how far it was. But again, maybe things just slowed down because of all of the apocalypse.
The apocalypses? Huh? What is the plural of an apocalypse?
Well, it's Greek.
Apocalypses?
It's Greek, so it's not. It's not. Yeah, it would just be spelled apocalypses, but I guess you'd pronounced it apocalypses. But that makes it
Yeah.
sound sort of like I'm skipping through the field of apocalypses, and that's just not appropriate.
Yeah, so I guess forewarning, when you do get those laptops powered, they are from the future.
Yes, so I would like to
I'm gonna
Victor
say
is
In that.
a
like
future.
visibly just kind of lost for words, completely flabbergasted, because he has tried to follow everybody's like train of thoughts as they've been speaking, and he has been completely unable to.
No, there's no train.
So, you
So
guys
he's
went
kind of
for a
like
picnic
individual
and
pieces
met a
of
time
train
traveler?
cars.
Can we backtrack for just a moment?
Kind of, not really. Mostly her dogs.
How did we get there?
Oh, the dogs, yeah.
You,
Okay. That's like the last thing that happened, but it's technically the first thing also. I don't even know how to okay. So
I have so many questions.
so I
More than-
think on a couple of different levels it was my fault. But it's hard to say exactly how.
So did you encounter
Okay,
the dogs first in your perspective or their perspective?
Yes?
Yes.
See, the thing is that I don't like. It seems like there was an orb, right? Because this, since the sky
There's a lot of
glitter,
orbs.
the world has been very orb heavy. I was gonna say, right? It's like a common thing, but so this particular orb, was a science orb of some kind. I thought that it was just like a ball, right? Because somebody was in the park playing fetch with their dogs, and it came over to the bench where we were. So I was gonna pick it up and throw it except I was gonna make a second ball and then throw both of them so that the dogs would not be unhappy because they only had one ball to chase. But then, yeah, it was a science orb, and then stuff happened, and we'll get to that. But so I didn't actually see the person who was playing fetch with the dogs directly, which maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's a necessary thing. Maybe that's important. Maybe that's literally not something that could have happened. I don't know. But it seemed like the dogs that were in the park playing fetch, big adultish dogs, right? They were very similar to a couple of the dogs that happen when I make puppies.
But they were older.
But yes, they were older. So that was in a really not there's a word I'm looking for, but it's so hard to think of words right now. Not in a firm way, right? Not in an uncontested way, but in a sort of vibes way. It felt like, okay, guess that person was me, and then that meant that I threw a time science orb at us so that we would do things, right? Except not me yet, obviously, or maybe different me. Could be different me. Could be me from a different world that just grew up sooner. Or there's a lot of different ways to. I'm gonna not use the word explain. Describe it. Yeah.
Sounds like the movie Primer.
No, we didn't have to get in a box.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so back up just you went to the future and I definitely heard the word apocalypse in there.
A future.
Many. Yeah. How many? We were up to number.
The last county was 37.
Yeah. So
I
there
know
were
it was
at least
it was
37
something
apocalypses.
something seven.
Okay, so way less than Primer.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like the only reason they stopped is because there wasn't nobody left to apocalypse.
So yeah, we'll like go. Maybe we'll go high level and then drill down, right? So, high level. In the A future that we went to, basically, a bunch of terrible things kept happening that they were calling apocalypses, probably on account of them killing a lot of people. So, and they just sort of kept happening, like, one after another. So, like humanity just didn't really have time to recover so much, so they were just sort of gradually dwindling as each apocalypse killed more people and left less people capable of dealing with the next one. Some of us were some of the last people to die, it looked like, because we saw we saw...
As she's saying this, Rex is looking decidedly shifty.
I got shot by an alien, apparently. I mean, not me, but other me. Some me.
Yeah, we saw remains. Remains. Oof. I'm gonna let Rex deal with that if Rex wants to. But, because it's not, strictly speaking, part of the whole situation, but I don't know. Maybe it is. We don't have any details really on that. Anyway, yeah, there was like a big orb there that was doing basically like
Cleaning?
sort of, well, it was doing like archaeology. Like, if you combined archaeology and anthropology in the same thing and also threw a bunch of hyper science at it, that would be what it was doing. They had a really disturbing name for themselves, and then a different one that was less disturbing.
Was it our friends at the hospital? They had a big ball.
Mm-hmm.
Again, given how common orbs are, hard to draw conclusions from that. But I don't.
It
think
was
so.
It was more of a machine and not sentient.
Oh, okay. It was autonomous.
Yeah, probably.
Autonomous.
It did talk with us.
Yeah. And it also, had like recordings of us.
It could tap into the memories from corpses, and it had some of your corpses.
Corpses that it had scanned.
So it just scanned us. It didn't like incorporate our corpses into its body as some kind of
They were in a big pile.
organic.
Left the bodies. Like the people.
Oh, okay.
That's
less horrifying.
The people were cleaning up the bodies as best they could after each apocalypse, I guess, until it got to the point where there just weren't enough people anymore, and then that's when they started to pile up.
Yeah.
But there was some trigger for the start of all of it, and Jesse, we found a book written by you.
Yeah, good news. You become an author.
Okay, not in my top 10 careers, but
I wouldn't call it good news.
Oh.
I mean, it was a book about here's how the world ended and why we couldn't stop it.
I mean,
you were trying to warn
I write
people.
that pretty often.
like, it was There wasn't a whole lot of it that we could read because it was very deteriorated given the conditions. I have some video of my attempts to flip through it that you are welcome to look at. Maybe you can see fast enough to maybe read some of it before the pages disintegrate. I mean,
I can
it's
try.
still limited to the frame rate of my cell phone camera, I guess. But you're welcome to look at that. It's gonna be, I expect, kind of disturbing, just in a general sense. The title was real depressing.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I wrote it down. I want to say.
The title was...
Yep, there it is. No, I got it. The title of the book was "Everything Bad All at Once," or "Why Jesus is No Longer a Possibility."
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That title is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't write it.
And as far as we can tell, that book was published, will have been published, about 5 years from now.
Oh, that's quite the timeline.
Right.
There was something about psychics.
Yeah. So, based on what we could get from the book and our own memories, ain't quite the right way. Recordings of memories from our corpses.
Testimonials, we'll call them.
Sure. Yeah.
Testimonials is a good one.
It sounds like our friend with the golden mask has decided to, which we had talked a bit about before. He wants to do away with the idea of fate.
Right, I do remember that, yes.
And apparently the way to do that is to murder these psychics. There's some handful of them that apparently got their fingers in the threads or something.
Yeah.
He kills them all.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm the sidebar about the physics.
Right. Apparently he kills them all, and everybody is mixed opinions. It sounds like maybe some folks thought it was a good idea or kind of on board with it, or at least didn't realize how bad it was going to be. But apparently without them, folks like us stop existing, and things just continue to get worse, and there ain't nobody to deal with.
Yeah, my guess as to what was happening is that because a lot of the nonsense that's going on, right, is all based on there being parallel is maybe the wrong word, divergent alternate universes, right, sort of all overlapping and being nearby, and maybe you can yank things or push things or whatever, right? But those are presumed to have resulted from timelines diverging, right? Because happens all the time. Little things are different, go one way and the other way, and then there's two different, ways, right? So if you've got people who can see the future, and that in a sense, all of the future, right, from our perspective is it's like all quantum. It hasn't collapsed yet because we don't know which version we're going to be in. Right. All of them will exist. All of them do exist, but we don't know which one we're going to sort of be in. But if you start looking at them with psychicness, right, then they will collapse. And then you only have that one that you saw. Right. So people who really want there to be lots of universes and their power depends on that, will stop working right.
Wait, if the gold mask guy wants to do away with fate, surely having people who can see the future would be a deterministic thing.
No, yeah, the implication is that if they see the future, that they can't change it anymore.
Yeah, it's like the other movie, Majority Report. So
I don't know if you're misremembering or if this is a universe thing.
I think it might be a universe thing. Apparently, I get a lot of titles wrong.
Okay. Did yours
yeah,
have Tom Cruise in it?
Who?
Tom Cruise. He's a very short, crazy person.
Oh, Danny DeVito. Yeah.
That would have been a very different movie that I would have paid to see.
Every time Jesse talks about things from his universe, I'm
Yeah,
more upset
Jesse's approach
about his
to
universe.
pop culture is astounding. It's like the he's like the Dali of pop culture.
But yeah, Remy, you said that taking out the psychics removed people like us, like the people with abilities, or the people who are trying to help other people with their abilities.
Well, I mean, specifically, whatever he did didn't just kill the psychics. It made it so that no more of them were ever born or created. So I was inferring that if those types of folks couldn't exist, then folks like us couldn't exist either. I could be wrong. That's a theory.
I mean,
But
it seems like we
catastrophes-
still existed after that.
Well, yeah, we
And
didn't.
we
go
still
away.
had our
Like we
abilities.
personally existed, but although we
Okay,
don't
yeah.
actually know how effective they were. Like again, that's part of my
Yeah.
theory is that they would get less so if like the timelines were narrowing down.
Mine
And also-
definitely did not seem to get less so.
Like the less people,
the,
I mean, it was just big, right? But the less people there are, also the less universes they would be because there's less stuff happening.
It
But
seems
like, were the catastrophes that were happening were on par with what we have been dealing with, or were they new?
Oh, they were worse.
It was kind of all
Oh,
over the
boy.
place. There was an alien invasion.
The Steel Storm.
Oh yeah, the crazy steel wind. Something other.
The Iron
Winds,
Wind,
that's it. Yeah, that. Yeah. So yeah, my guess on that one is that like, so, we have a lot of relatively strong, fiction about, hey, don't make like uncontrolled, replicator nanotechnology, right? Because that's dumb and you'll all die. So, but there are ways to fail even while you're paying attention to that. Like, oh, they don't do that. They just do this and this. They think with dollar signs in their heads. But yeah, that seems to be what was going on there. It's terrible little robots that if they come where you are, you probably die.
That's horrifying.
And that was one of the 37.
Each of you can actually roll me a intellect remembrance related roll if they so please. It's not hard. It's like a difficulty 4, so 12 is the target number without any easing.
okay. We'll bump that down 1 for me because I have the intelligence parachute. No, my dice.
Oh.
So that's okay, 4. So that would be a 12.
4 is a 12, yes.
Okay, so yeah,
9 for Victor.
I'm
9 for
easing
me
it
as
1
well.
because I can do it for free, but
Yep.
Oh, I should have eased
no,
it. I got
wait.
wait.
Otherwise, Cora would not be trying.
a 14 passes, doesn't it?
14 passes, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, I got a 14.
Okay, wait. My intelligence power shift, it says level 2. That means it goes down by 2.
Yes, that is correct. Then you only need a 6 or
Okay.
higher.
Whoop. 12.
I also got a 12. I think that's a 12. That
Okay,
looks like a
nice.
2.
Man, everyone has a memory.
I mean, if it's double digits.
No. Cora did not
Oh, did
succeed
you fail?
even
Oh,
with
sorry.
her ease. Yeah, I got a
Alright.
4. Looking for the 9.
I rolled a 9, but I have a parachute.
Okay, good. And if your dice has 2 digits that it's showing, then you passed because with a 3
Yeah,
you're
these
down to a
numbers are
9.
just-
So
These numbers are just written weird, so I was like,
Yeah.
is that a 2?
yeah. Right. So the way Cora kind of like explains it with the Iron Man and everything, you guys kind of like have this almost collective flashback, except for Cora. Like Cora explains it, that everyone
it's fine.
else
She's
just goes,
traumatized.
"Oh, yeah." And you remember the very first day that you all met, and the issue of the Hot and Cold Johns. You remember that there was this kind of like whirlwind of something going on around one of the Johns, and that Rex went through it and ended up being disassembled and reassembled again. It kind of like sounds similar. It almost sounds like this kind of like cloud of crazed nanites, essentially, that just reconstruct stuff based off of incredibly corrupted blueprints.
I was legit about to mention the Johns.
Yeah.
What if all those things are like the result of someone getting way, way, way too many of those relics?
Could be.
Oh.
It's a possibility, yes.
Probably
What
not the
was-
invasion one, but we already knew about that.
Yeah. Were there any horrific futures where there were meat-eating blood trees?
I mean,
Not we specifically heard about in.
the problem was we were having a lot of trouble getting records on anything because like books were mostly just wrecked, and we couldn't get power to any like devices and stuff. That's why the laptops, maybe they have some stuff on there. Although again, maybe it's all like, I would kind of assume that, decades from now, local storage would not be super common and everything would just be, you'd just assume that it was on the super internet or whatever. So we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, maybe something will be on the laptops.
Could be stuff in the cache. Let's see, what else? Mostly just the Rex thing, I think.
Yeah, so everyone dies except me. And I become the king of hell.
Oh,
That was the title that the robot orb used, by the way.
Also
do
got
not
real
By
big.
the
Yeah.
way, the orb was called either a Deadeye or a Grave Watcher.
Yeah, Grave Watcher was the less disturbing one.
Really?
I mean, compared to Deadeye, like,
okay.
But it saved us. Saved us. It sent us back before future giant me could.
I mean, honestly, I think that if you had been about to get hit by a bus, it would not have done anything. But it was doing that because it was you, and it said like paradox imminent,
yeah,
right? Which
that
is the
was
thing that kind of concerns me,
Mhm.
because
I guess
that
don't
would only-
touch your
that
future self.
that would only matter if the timelines are actually connected, right? And which sort of implies uncomfortable things about getting out of it.
All right, if the idea of fate does get destroyed, does that mean we're stuck on that path to that future?
You would think it would mean the opposite, but
That it is.
yeah.
It contradicts itself because, and Victor is like deep in thought, just listening and like taking down notes as he goes, so that way my note taking is in character. And he's like, he kind of just stops and like rubs his forehead and is like, it just all seems very contradictory. Destroy fate so that nobody has to be on a set path. But in doing so, we have been put on a set path, which is the meaning of fate itself.
I mean, like, so there's different ways of collapsing, like entangled states, right? So psychics
Yeah, it's
were
super
just
easy.
one of them, and they got rid of all of those. But once you have time travel, that's another one. Or it could be.
Yeah, I'm like just from the sounds of it, I think Gold Mask completely failed. But like he succeeded in the short term but failed in the long term kind of situation, because I can't imagine Rex Mountain King of Hell is part of his plan, or the systematic destruction of all humanity.
Clear, really.
And presumably Gold Mask guy dies too.
Yeah.
I mean,
like if you're wanting to
humans
create...
were dead. It's not clear to me that he is a human. Also, humans there were dead, which is to say, like, that universe. Like, if there were still other realities, then, he could just be in one of those. But the in between, what do you call it? Cat's cradle, right? That makes up meta reality. It was like a forest in winter. It was very sparse there, right? Which was where I was drawing some of that, like, things had been narrowed down a lot. Which, again, lots of different reasons, again, because basically the whole there being less people would tend to distinguish realities less.
I think it might be trial and error when I got touched by the event thingy. Like, I was outside of time and space for a minute, and I think I saw him just crack a bunch of timelines like eggs. I think he's trying to get rid of fate systematically through universes and just can't figure it out without destroying that timeline.
It feels like it defeats the purpose of what he wants done. Why merge all these timelines when having a multiverse kind of defeats...
Well, think of it like a filter, right? So if the realities diverge, right, they're all things that were once the same in different ways, right? And then two different things happen and there were two different ways, right? But if you can finagle things so that you start with the right starting point, then everything that branches out from there will not include a certain set of possibilities, because it's just no longer physically possible because of whatever you did, right, to set up that starting point. So maybe he's just trying to get the right, seed. And when he gets it wrong, then the whole universe explodes or whatever, however a reality gets cracked like an egg.
And then we get death eyes or whatever. Can I see your phone to try to make sense of what
the book? Sure.
I am going to have written?
Cora will give him her phone.
Yep.
Also, Cora will make a bunch of puppies again, because this has been
because she needs them.
This conversation has been a lot, and it hasn't been that long since. I mean, it's been too long since she made a bunch of puppies before. So, more puppies.
Mm-hmm.
Rex is going to go and sit down on his big tire chair.
Yep. You can make me a perception-related intellect roll. This is a difficulty 4, Cora.
Okay.
Do I need to make anything?
You can make me also a perception related. For you, it's going to be a level 5. But for this, any speed enhancements you have can also count as easements for your task.
I did want to check in, since we're picking right up where we left off.
Yes.
I did not refresh any of my pools. Is that accurate?
That is accurate, yes.
Okay. So I will not be efforting this any more than the one I can do for free.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's strange.
Does dexterity power shift?
Dexterity power shift
count towards
count for this, yes.
Okay, so it's 5, so that brings it down to a 3.
I got a 14.
Got a 14 already.
I'm gonna.
As you kind of like deploy your puppies, Cora, you see them kind of like all swarm out towards, deploy the cuteness bomb. you noticed that the two that had the extremely similar, if not exactly same fur pattern as the older versions that you saw, you see that they swarm towards Jesse.
Okay.
He is trying to subtly like take a step away from them every time they get close to him. How much do I spend for lowering the difficulty?
If you're spending effort, the first level costs 3 points, and every subsequent level costs 2 extra points. And then from the total of that, you reduce the edge that you're applying.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just take it down by 3. So
Okay, so you're down to a level 2 task, so you need a 6 or higher.
come on, dice. I think Jess just dies on the spot of an aneurysm. That's a nat 1.
That's a net one. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Well, that is going to be an intrusion. So,
It's been a while since Cora lost her phone. Never happened in time and space before, but
Yeah.
sure.
so, okay, yeah. I wasn't planning for this to happen yet, but we can do it now.
Oh no.
Oh boy! Hell yeah, let's go!
Oh,
I'm no longer doing it.
Already. So, Jesse, Cora kind of like shuffles through her bag and pulls out and gives you your phone. Let me just double check on something. Okay, so that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. So she kind of like pulls into her bag and gives you the phone, and you take the phone, and there's kind of like you seem to get like an extra thing with the phone. Like she's giving you 2 items without actually noticing, and you kind of like grab at it, and as it does whatever the other item is, it kind of like rolls weirdly in your hand, and the phone slips out of your hand, and you kind of like immediately have this reflex of, oh no, I have to catch the phone. And as you do go to catch the phone, both of these puppies kind of like jump towards you in an attempt for a hug. You have this panic reaction and start kind of like shifting through time to kind of like avoid this entire situation. And then all of a sudden, this round thing that is in your hand starts glowing. And you kind of like, there's this bubble that appears around Jesse that is kind of like a translucent bluish color. And then with a pop, all of a sudden, both Jesse and the 2 puppies disappear. Jesse, you kind of like see this kind of like world shifting on your kind of like peripheral vision, and all of a sudden you find yourself kind of like plopped down at the same place that you were previously with these 2 dogs, but apparently there is the warehouse has been completely abandoned. It is ruined. The roof is like in holes. There's holes in the walls. There's kind of like debris thrown all over the floor, and you kind of like look around, and then there's this kind of like strange. It's almost like living through several years of your life on fast forward. It's almost like that. Like you almost go on autopilot through a couple of years of your life with these 2 dogs, and at some point in time you kind of like refocus and re-anchor yourself within the reality that you seem to be in at the moment. And as you're kind of like, you realize, okay, you've kind of made yourself a life over the years. I mean, you have 2 dogs that have done wonders for your anxiety. Like you're much calmer now. The dogs adore you. They specifically love playing catch with this strange ball that was given to you by Cora, and you go for walkies and all of that, and the world's kind of. Honestly, the world's kind of like gone to shit over the past couple of years. There haven't been any apocalyptic events as such, but there's been a lot of like strange events and happenings, and there seems to be like all of a sudden this whole new agency that is advertised to kind of like be actively hunting down psychics because they are a danger to the world, and like it's all gone very, very official. Like think almost like the point in time where like the Sentinels and the X-Men are kind of like legalized in hunting mutants, like this, but for psychic people. You don't have to kind of like pay too much attention to it because you're not in that category. You're not a psychic, but you do know that your powers have kind of been registered, and like they would like trigger some alarms if you were to actually like time travel into the future and then come back and start sharing answers and stuff, because that kind of like also would fall into like Psychic Hunting Act Article 5 subsection C, you know, like point 17. If you acquire answers from the future and share them in the present, this is also
attempting to simulate a psychic ability by the use of other abilities is punishable under this offense.
Yes, exactly. But you know, you kind of like live your life and everything, and it's all kind of gone very, very insanely on autopilot. And you kind of like go back into this focus, and you realize, okay, the dogs really need to go for a walk, and you've apparently moved to this like different apartment that is very close to the park, and you just kind of like head out with the dogs towards the park, and as you do, you're kind of like playing fetch with the balls and with the ball and the dogs, and at some point there's again this kind of like shaky vibrational feeling, and all of a sudden in front of you see this strange window almost shimmer open of the park, like having a slightly different landscape, having a couple of trees that are much younger than they are now in this reality, and you see off in the distance Cora, Rex, and Remy kind of like sitting around a bench. And you remember that Cora said that there was like this person playing fetch with their dogs and threw this ball, and the ball went like towards the bench, and then their whole escapade started.
Yeah, Jess is probably gonna see that, gonna look down at the ball. He's just like, okay, close time loop, that's fun, and just chuck the ball.
Okay. Yeah, you just chuck the ball. The ball flies over the through the air and through kind of like the strange window. The dogs just whoosh dash after the ball and everything. And as the ball kind of like rolls down, and you see Cora's form kind of bend over and take the ball, and the ball starts kind of like floating up above above her hand, and again this kind of like effect starts happening. All of a sudden everything just like shimmers, and it almost feels like the entire universe that you are in currently dissolves into a million pieces, and you're back in the warehouse. The phone is on the floor, cracked. The puppies are around your feet.
I would like to edit this slightly. Mm-hmm. So Jess is going down trying to catch the phone, but in true "oh no, I've dropped my phone" fashion, instead of it just hitting the floor and cracking, he just slaps it across the room at super speed.
Absolutely.
Spikes it.
So yeah, from your guys' perspective, you kind of like go to give the phone to Jesse. Jesse drops the phone, slams it into the wall, disappears for a second, reappears.
Okay, so I may have underestimated your emotional reaction.
Okay, no, time loop. That wasn't you that threw the ball. That's fine. That was me. Okay, so I went to the future. I saw the warehouse. The warehouse looked absolutely awful. I don't think we stay here very long. Let's see. Yeah, definitely they're gonna start passing laws to ban psychics here soon. A crazy rich guy was president. That was weird. Let's see. They also have a subset of rules for superpowers where if you have a superpower that simulates psychic abilities to see the future, then you're also on a watch list, but you're not actively hunted. So yeah, like super speeders and people like that, they're on a watch list. They're not exactly hunted down and murdered. I'm fine with dogs now.
That is the least important statement of that entire.
Good for you, Jesse.
You got to take the wins where you can get them.
Did you like?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Let me think.
He
Okay,
gave me the
so-
ball, and then I had the ball, and then I kept the ball,
I
and
just-
then the dog started playing with the ball, and then I threw the
I
ball
just
at you.
assumed that the dogs would get older as I got older, so when I summoned them, they would just be older. But you're saying that those dogs were the same dogs that I just made here. These are puppy dogs.
Yeah.
But they only last for an hour. Did you, like, do stuff to make them last longer?
I didn't do anything. I spent the first several days trying to get rid of them. But, like, they stuck around.
Well, then you're super bad at it.
Yeah!
Jesse, you can make me a perception
Dogs like me, I don't know why.
This is going to be pretty
Perception
hard.
roll? Hell yeah.
It's a level 6. It is intellect based. Anything that you can do that has to do with like perceiving time or timelines or telling time can help you with this.
Wait, I might actually have something in addition to an intellect power shift. Does this involve no, that's initiative, never mind. I was gonna say danger, but
No.
Okay, and it doesn't involve a potential source of danger directed at me.
No.
Okay, so power shift 2, so it's a level 4, so that's
12 or
12. Okay, I'll spend 3 intellect points to make it
That's
a
fine.
9 or higher. Come on, nat 1, let's go.
Please don't tell me it's another nat 1.
It's a 2.
It's a 2. Okay.
Oh.
Blowing up in the world. Okay, so never mind. You don't know how that happened. You didn't do anything to the dogs. They just like stayed around.
When he came back, are they
Puppies.
so they're okay.
So the phone, is it broke?
Where did it even go?
Phone?
I saw it fly across the room somewhere.
Well, some of it's over there, it looks like. There's I'm sorry.
It's
Tried to catch it.
Probably.
Victor, can you fix that?
Got a warranty or something?
I mean,
You may just need a new phone.
it's not that new.
It's the video that we're wanting.
Yeah, like the
Is it
the
on the
flash
memory
memory
card?
might still be okay.
Does Korak have any sort of like cloud services active?
I mean, they would definitely not have been working there.
They couldn't have, but if it's on the phone and the phone gets the signal.
I mean, yeah. Once
like
we
if
got
there's
back,
an automatic upload thing going on.
if there's like some sort of like student thing where you get a discount on the Google extra storage thing, then maybe
Yeah, sure. There would be.
I'll leave that up to you because she is not well off.
Yeah. Yeah, so maybe we're gonna say like it doesn't upload automatically because she doesn't have an unlimited data plan and like needed Wi-Fi. So like you're pretty sure that what happened was like the glass is cracked or whatever, but it's not. You're pretty sure it's not ruined. Like you can probably get the data. Either if you connect it like to the Wi-Fi and have it all upload automatically or whatever, but like you're gonna need like a new casing and stuff. So it's just like the information is not lost; it's just more difficult to get to at this point.
Oh, hey, we got a couple of laptops. We might be able to hook it up to.
We also have that repair drone, but I don't know. I
Those
feel like
the least likely laptops to be able to connect to it properly, but like literally in existence. Maybe
guess
there's like 30-year-old laptops somewhere.
just
speaking
as
of
a limit.
laptops, maybe we try them now that the phone's busted.
Victor just nods and turns around and goes back over to the computers and starts trying to turn them on. He's like, I hate all of this conversation. All right.
Yeah,
Right.
Jesse just has a moment where he goes stock still, and then he's like, "Damn it! I should have grabbed lotto numbers."
So what even the fuck though? Like, no, really. Like, I had the ball still in my bag, I guess, from when all that stuff happened the first time, right? And then you took it with you, and then you threw it at me, right? So then it went back in my bag. Where the hell did the ball come from?
Your bag.
It came from your bag, and then it came from the future, and then it came from your bag.
Of course, stuff comes from your bag all the time. That we have.
But
I think we want to get into the semantics.
That's like a loophole. That's like a loophole.
Let's
okay,
make
that's not.
Let's make
Yeah,
an
welcome to
intellect roll.
quantum
This is just
science.
level
Everything's a
3.
loophole.
This is just a level 3 intellect roll for Cora because Rex has assisted majorly with this.
Does
Do we really want to get into the semantics of those time loops right now, guys?
Doesn't.
Yes.
But if you have like psychology or anything like that.
No, God no. She has the opposite of psychology.
It's not a loophole.
Okay,
it's
so
a wormhole.
Using her free ease, she just made it. She has a 10.
Okay. So kind of like when Rex says it, you kind of like realize using your gift of appeasement has been getting like easier because you've been training it, and you've been using it a lot, and like you might have just like instinctively used it on a subconscious level. Also, mechanically speaking, it is free for you now, so that's an extra fun stuff for me to do.
So, did you create something to time travel us to help us to time travel because we needed to know that stuff?
Definitely never worked that well before. Like, it makes only the vaguely possible useful things.
Yeah, that seemed vaguely useful. What happened?
Well, I guess
Yeah,
if
I
you're
think
grading
vague
on a curve,
is. I think vague, like, defines that time travel wall.
But like, I tried to use it to make a phone once, and that definitely didn't work. I mean, you can't. The thing is I can't try on purpose. Like,
yeah, it very much seems like you didn't try on purpose.
It makes what it wants
to
to make, like, depending on who I'm giving it to. So, well, I don't know what to do with that information. That could also be a time travel power, frankly, now that I'm thinking about it. Like, because it's just selecting whichever universe I gave something in them that made them happy, and then, like...
I don't think that made anyone happy.
I mean, you were probably already on the list anyway, let's be honest.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Just say it like that.
I don't even know. Is what I do psychic powers? I know stuff with my brain, but...
I think the last thing that we should be concerned about is whether or not we are going to be on any of these watch lists, because we don't want those futures to happen, period, and we should work on preventing them instead of worrying about if we're on those watch lists or not.
I would like it if we knew like a very small scale thing that was going to happen in the future, so we could use that as a test case to see if we can actually prevent anything. Because one of the things about time travel is, right, depending on how it works, is that if it works the way that some people think it does, then if you try to make something not happen that did happen, then you will definitely fail. But like, whatever is necessary to stop you from succeeding will just happen, right? Because those are the only like futures that are allowed, which means that things that might otherwise be super unlikely suddenly get really, really likely. Like a tiny meteor hits you in the head and you die.
Yeah, that's one of my top 10 fears.
Great example.
So, like, if you're doing a test to see if you can change time, it's very important to set up, as part of that, a very easy way for it to not happen. Like, you go, okay, if the phone rings in the next 10 seconds, I'm not going to do this test, ever. And then you wait.
Jesse gets a ping on his phone.
This session is going to make me go insane.
He terrified, like, pure terror, he looks at his phone.
You see a message from, what was it, Nebula Dreams? And it says, it just says, help, please.
My boss is in trouble. I'll be right back. And
do you need help with that?
He's gone.
Like work trouble?
And we will never know. All right. I'm going to keep focusing on these laptops.
Yep.
Need a damn.
I'd also like to point out something that this can be in character or out of character. After I say it, we can decide. I would like to point out something that the Dream Slakes told us. I was going to say this earlier and then just forgot to. One of the things that the Dream Slakes said to us when talking about gold was he does not see what he believes he knows. I wrote down a note to myself asking if this was referring to destiny and fate or if it was referring to something else, because we're talking about if Gold could be doing trial and error like tests on all these timelines to get rid of fate. Could that be what they mean by when they say he does not see what he believes he knows? Is he believes he has a way to destroy fate, but it's absolutely incorrect and there's no way that he would know. Just putting that out there on the table for everybody. It can be in character, it can be not in character.
Like, if that's not, you know,
if that's just wanted to put that on the table. I wrote that down specifically.
If destroying fate is an instrumental goal to something else, and he does succeed in destroying fate, but also it leads to having a succession of very unhappy days for him, then that's failure too.
Yeah. Yeah, just wanted to bring that up because I remembered I wrote it down in my notes. It seemed prevalent now.
It seems relevant, yes.
Like I said, can be in character, can be not in character, and just one of my
can absolutely be in character, yeah.
Could be Victor just mumbling to himself once again. As he does.
Yeah, so Jesse, you kind of like arrive at Nebula Dreams almost immediately, and you see like most of the people kind of like huddled towards the corner and kind of like staring at and trying like to frantically do something with all of their computers and stuff. And in the middle of the room, you see this swirling mass of like toxic green energy that has these weird tendrils coming out and that are kind of like snapping towards like the people and trying to pick them up. And it's just like this writhing mass of energy. And as you kind of like arrive, your boss kind of like sees you and he points at it and he's kind of like mouthing, "Help with this."
Yeah, Jez is just gonna say, "Get everyone out of the building. I'll be right back." And he is back in the warehouse, and he's like, "Hellmouth."
What? Huh?
Oh.
What? You're at your
Hellmouth,
work?
gotta go. Yeah, Hellmouth, let's go. It's at work.
Okay. We'll get there.
Fine. I can track him.
Slower.
Okay, let's we'll come back to the laptops.
Weigh?
And I think that is a good spot for us to go on a short 10-minute break.
Yeah.
We need to go weigh Rex.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're going to go on a 10-minute break. We will be back. Do the hydration, the stretching, all of the taking care of self, and we'll see you in a bit.
which I love.
Things I don't know anything about. And welcome back. We left off with Jesse scrambling to, well, inform his companions that there is a Hellmouth at Nebula Labs.
Yes, of course there is.
Because of course there is. So, how are we scrambling to get there? The age-old question since this channel began. How the hell do we transport across the city? Is Duncan
If this is not a continuing trend through all other sessions that I am a part of in Would Be Heroes, I'll be upset.
Yeah.
So there would be a thing I would like to propose. If there is a dolly in this dilapidated warehouse,
There's definitely
I would like to
no
load
dollies.
Rex on it and physically push him to the Hellmouth, because Jess thinks that he is the one who is the most resistant
Okay.
to the force of wind that would be applied to the body doing
Yep.
this.
And then the rest of us could just take the limo, I guess.
Yep. That's
Unless
fair.
Cora can generate speed boots for people.
Rex, make me just a level 3 might roll to kind of like hold on to a trolley as it is moving at supersonic speed.
I
Okay.
imagine it's like for the Americans in our audience. I imagine it's like when you get one of those like trolleys at Costco, and kids would always just sit on them and like try to race each other around instead of actually helping their family with any kind of grocery shopping at Costco.
See, I'm just picturing the Quicksilver thing from the more
Yeah.
recent.
yeah.
Except even though his face is stone, it's still like wiggling.
Yeah.
The lava is rippling.
Yeah, actually, what is happening is the speed of like the wind of the movement is actually stoking the flames in Rex, so he's like glowing ever brighter as you're kind of like moving forward.
So what I'm hearing is we look super rad while we're
Yeah.
doing
You've
this.
Getting
essentially
streaks of
created
flames.
a pedestrian meteor.
Okay. So I have.
Also, I have enable others, so I could
Okay.
help with this physical task.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay. And I
I'll
have
do
a
an
power
action.
shift.
How big?
Just level 1.
Okay, so you need a 3 or higher.
Wait, is this a might defense?
It is. Yeah, it's more of just like a might.
Okay.
It's just a might action. It's a non-combat action.
Okay. So that'll take it down to a level 1 anyway, right? So it's either 3 or higher.
It is at level 1. If you invest effort, it will be a level 0 and you would automatically succeed.
Oh yeah, fuck it. I might as well. It's only
You know,
I've got an edge.
I'm
So
not trying to force you to do it. I'm just saying there's a 5% chance that it ends horribly.
yeah, no, let's not take the risk, because if it does, then I may explode. So yeah, I'll use 1 might power to
Okay.
make this a pass.
Alrighty, no problem. So you kind of like trundle over to it, and it's like a very bumpy ride because like this is just like a random ancient trolley that was just like lying around the warehouse, right? It has that one wheel that doesn't do what it needs to do, but you can't identify which of the wheels it is. Like you never know which.
Or how
one
to
it is.
fix it.
Yeah, or how to fix it. And it probably
It's just
And at the
full of
speed you're
hair.
going, it
Yeah,
feels
like,
like
there's
it's
just,
about
like,
to
a
lose
hair
control any
that
moment.
is made out of titanium and is like interposing
Hate
in the
those.
worst possible
I
way.
hate it. It's horrible.
But
Those
yeah,
are the worst.
and you kind of like arrive, and as you kind of arrive and you stop, and there's this abrupt break. There's like this tremendous heat that just wafts off of Rex. It kind of like continues traveling after Rex and Jesse have stopped traveling, and it just kind of like blows open the doors of Nebula Labs as this gust.
And then
of
the
air.
trolley melts.
And the trolley is well and fully like melted away, like. So yeah, Rex and Jesse, you are at the scene. You see this kind of like chaotic, whirling mass of green energy. It almost looks like it's some sort of. It's almost like what you would always have imagined the plasma aggregate state to be. Like it's not fluid, it's not gas, but it's like this strange like weird thickness, and it's just like roiling around, and these weird tentacles like keep snapping out towards the scientists who seem to be desperately like typing away at their computer stations.
Jesse, what is this?
Hellmouth, and Jesse's gonna start like trying to get the scientists out of the building and away from their freaking.
That nobody
workstations.
even tried to evacuate in the time that you were gone.
Is this
To be
is,
fair,
it,
he's
is
been
that a
gone for 3
scientific
seconds.
term? Hellmouth.
I believe Hellmouth might be a religious term in the context of hell, but it's probably a portal to some in between dimension. We've been working with they've been working with portals. I've been getting coffee. And like Jess is talking about this while like you can also see him like going back and forth, like trying to take people out of the building. It's like,
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, like people that we might have opened a portal. I don't know. You know, knocking on one side, it gets a returning knock from the other side, and then the two sides work together to open the door to the two dimensions. You know, that kind of thing.
Okay. So I guess I'll just get between you and the scientists and the thing. Hellmouth.
Yeah, I figured out of all of us, if that thing's like magic, maybe you could like deal with it easier. But I don't know. I can try to punch it if after I get all these guys like outside.
Let's
See if
okay.
it's a
All right.
physical or
I'll provide the protection. You get the people out, and while I'm doing that, I'll take a look and see if I can understand what this is.
Thank you.
Maybe step back a bit, and you see Rex kind of look like he's doing the kind of bodybuilder tensing up kind of thing. And as he does that, steam starts coming off of his body and then swirling around. And this is him activating his wind armor.
Oh,
Ooh.
Neat.
wind armor. Let's see.
Yeah. So that creates a cyclone of wind surrounding my body for 10 minutes, giving me +1 to armor and an additional +2 to armor against physical projectile weapons specifically. Whilst the cyclone is active, I feel no discomfort from the wind and can interact with other creatures and objects normally because the wind flow automatically diverts to enable such interaction.
As it does.
If you had just turned that on before the Dolly incident, would it have just made that go away? Like,
To be fair, there wasn't much time to plan for the Dolly incident.
it's fair. It's fair.
It may have hindered, maybe?
Okay, so let's get
Creating a vortex.
Jesse and Rex into initiative.
Okay.
The rest of us will get there eventually.
You'll get
Roll
there
for
soon.
driving.
You know what? I am going to use my danger sense for once.
Yep,
And,
I also have danger sense.
Ease my initiative.
The autofocus is amazing, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that you have that camera.
So for initiative, if it's eased, you add 3.
Yeah. Yeah, like it still looks at the levels. Like it's basically just you need to beat the level of the opponent to be
Okay.
ahead of them.
I think it's like the second
Okay.
time we've ever rolled initiative.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
So I got a 9.
Initiative,
Okay,
though. I
you got a
believe
9?
the other time that we
And that's
started
eased.
initiative.
Okay, so that's like a 12. So you got a level 4
Yeah.
initiative. Okay.
Okay, so I rolled a 14. I have danger sense, and also my dexterity power shift says it works on initiative, and that's at level 2.
Okay, so that's a 17 then. So that's level 5. Okay.
Jeez.
When was the last time we did initiative?
Tree.
Tree.
Right, that's what. Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it a tree? That
Although
didn't
I
last very
believe
long.
we were like in initiative during the space
The Rombat.
array. And the Rombat. There's actually quite a few initiatives, but there was never like really actual
Never see
combat.
initiatives for long.
Let's see.
We did initiative for the Johns too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that was
Oh
the first
yeah,
initiative.
yeah.
Alrighty. So we're gonna and let's have Cora, Victor, and Remy all roll let's call it a dexterity related roll just to see how quickly you get there with the limo. Like you're all kind of like helping Duncan.
Okay.
Right. Not that he needs the help. He's doing just fine on
Oh,
his
he's doing
own.
just fine, but all the three of you are yelling at him like, Hellmouth, go faster! Which is comforting.
One of these days we're gonna give Duncan a break, I swear.
No.
He's just
Okay, that
driving
one doesn't
towards
count.
the hellmouth he's being told about. Like, okay.
So I don't know what I'm trying to do, but I have a 10.
You have
and
a 10, okay.
Not great ways of modifying that.
Okay,
So
that's fine. That's
it's a 10.
level 3. Okay.
I rolled an 8, but I have a power.
Okay, so that is also a level 3 in that case. So. And
I think it's a 16. I can't. I'm trying to find where like the other
get
like
a better
num-
die.
Yeah,
Like,
please.
if a die is so
Yeah,
fancy
I
that you
realized
can't tell the
that.
numbers, it is a thing that you put on the wall and do not roll. Like, it is art. It's not a tool.
Yeah.
I didn't think that die was
Like,
so hard to read.
die designers, die manufacturers, please listen. Like,
Well, it was
I
either
know,
16
I
or
know
19.
you
so
wanna
I'll just go with
put
16.
your creativity into the world, but you gotta they gotta be readable.
Yeah. Well, either way, it was double digits. It was either 16 or 19, so we'll just call it a 16.
okay.
And I've got the new
Okay,
dice.
so that's 5 and 3 and 3. That's a whole lot of levels. Okay, so we're gonna do essentially what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one round without you guys, and then we're gonna insert you into the initiative in the next round. Because Duncan is flooring it, and Victor has injected the limo with mechanical steroids, and it's. Alrighty, so we are going to start with the Cloud, which unfortunately is quicker than all of y'all. And the Cloud is going to kind of like, as it roils, it just shoots out this ray of energy at one of the scientists, and the scientist kind of like seems to almost like parts of him seem to dissolve. He cries out, but he's still kind of like standing and still kind of gripping onto like the work area and like trying to type with like one arm, as like a whole section of his body seems to just kind of like have dissolved.
Why are you still trying to work? Get out of here.
And they all kind of like yell back like, we need to contain it, and like keep like typing at at their stations. Then it's Jesse.
Okay, so the guy who's now horribly mangled.
Yeah.
Jess is going to zip up to him and say, okay, how is it being contained? Like electrical field, wind pressure? Like, what are you guys doing?
It seems to be averse to light.
Okay, on it.
And okay.
Jess is going to obtain. So. Okay, so they definitely have like lights on this thing.
Yeah, there's like they've improvised like flashlights, and what they're currently doing is they're trying to kind of like move, because they have like Nebula Dreams has gone through like a major glow up in within this event that happened, and they have like fancy tech and everything is like modular and can move around and everything. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to coordinate like the big overhead spotlights, so that they kind of like create a cage first around the thing, like to create a circle of light, and then like they probably intend to like point all of them at the same time at it, but it requires like a lot of movement and calculations, and they're moving all of the moving parts at the same time, so it's almost kind of like playing Mario Kart and trying not to hit each other with it. So it's like a very confusing thing, but they're working on it. They're trying to get it like.
Okay, so what I am going to do for my action is I'm going to spend 2 intelligence points.
Yeah.
And Jess is going to do all this, and I will use foil danger. You negate one source of potential danger related to one creature or object that you're aware in within immediate distance. And for me, immediate distance is
Like tremendous.
like long range or some such.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so I block all sorts of potential damage for 1 round.
Mm-hmm.
This could be a weapon or a device held by someone, a trap trigger, blah 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 blah. Sometimes special, initiated, and dangerous, or special, innate, and dangerous, like Dragon's Breath or Cobra's Venom, it can also be stopped. I can also try to foil a foe's mundane action, so the attack isn't made this round, but it's already attacked. By suppose I can attempt it by rolling against the level of the attack.
Yeah.
Action.
So what you do is you are going to roll against the difficulty 6. This is this costs intellect, so it is an intellect roll, and you can choose whether it's more helpful for you for it to be an attack or a non-combat action, but it is not a defense action because you're kind of like actively trying to essentially debuff the thing. So it is a difficulty 6 task, so you need an 18 or higher to succeed, and if you do, it won't deal damage next turn.
Ugh. Okay, so I can spend I can spend up to effort in the amount of stuff I can
in levels, yeah. So you have an effort of 3, which means that you can apply 3 levels of effort. That means that if you apply all 3 levels of effort, the total cost would be 6, because it would be 3 for the first level plus 4 for the 2 subsequent levels, and then reduced by, careful with the fingers, 1 for your edge. So you would be spending 6 points of your intellect pool to reduce it to a level 3 task.
That's as good as I can do it.
Okay.
You also do have the free one.
You do have a free easement from being around Remy for the past 24 hours. I'm not going to count the years you lived in the future against it.
So is that just like one person gets to use that, or
anyone?
Is it
everyone?
Everyone gets one.
Remy gets 1 per day.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, yeah, I'm gonna burn it.
Okay, so
my
6 or
rolls
higher.
have not been good.
Oh no.
That's not a good thing.
5.
5. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Yeah, so you kind of like try to move it because you saw it like do this kind of ray, right? And you kind of like try to figure out where it's coming from and everything. And as you kind of like speed up and try to move everything around and do all of this stuff, and like you grab a flashlight and try to shine it and everything, you realize that this thing is, unlike everything else that you have faced so far, this thing doesn't have points on it. It doesn't have a weak point. It doesn't have a strong point. It doesn't have a direction it's facing. The entirety of its existence is both attack and defense. And you just don't have the time, ironically, to get to actually covering all of it in this kind of like attempt to negate its danger. Because it can just literally shoot from anywhere. And it's a roiling cloud of green malicious energy.
Okay, then I guess I will shout to Rex. It hates light. 360-degree attack.
What is it? What kind of energy is this?
Interdimensional, as far as I can tell. We might have to wait for Victor.
Your turn.
Sorry, is that you saying it's my turn?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Oh, did I say Victor? Sorry, Rex.
Yeah. What a. Can I use my magic lore and lore of the underworld to comprehend what this is?
I am going to give this one to you for free. This has nothing to do with the underworld or hell.
Okay.
This is something else, but you're not wasting a roll. You're not risking a roll or wasting an action to know that.
Right. I Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate one of my ciphers, which I was just complaining about. I'm never going to get to use.
Oh.
I'm going to use no takebacks.
Okay.
So basically, Rex gets one of the little pebbles that's like embedded into his skin, and like pops it in his mouth. And everyone knows he doesn't eat, but he chews on this thing, and then he blows a bubble, and this bubble grows and grows and grows until it just, like encompasses his whole body, and basically this bubble will absorb the next attack that he gets, and then the next same attack will be completely negated because it will pop the bubble instead of harming him.
Okay.
And he will still take the first set of damage, I think. Yeah.
Let me see.
It's the next time a float inflicts damage on the user.
The bubble registers a type of attack, such as melee, magic, or ranged, and alters itself to protect the user from the next attack of that type. So it's kind of like you have to take the damage for it to be primed, and then it can negate.
So as long as I don't die from the first attack, be fine.
It's fine.
Be fine.
It's fine.
And yeah, so I think from doing that, the next time Rex sees this thing like shooting out to attack someone, he will dive in the way.
Yep. Okay. So the thing is, to do that, you would kind of like have to prepare to do it, and you already used the action to activate your Cypher. But what you can do is you can move closer to it to kind of like make yourself more of a target.
Oh, he's using the Cypher in action. It doesn't say it takes an action.
Far as I know. Let's double check that then.
Yeah, I was just about to ask that because
Let's double check that.
I have a cipher that might be helpful.
But I
I would have presumed so.
Yeah, I think so. But let's double check. Do not Control F the word cipher in a Cypher system rulebook.
Oh God.
We're just,
You know what?
we're just
No,
talking about
screw
that with
you.
effort.
You're not the boss of
yes.
me. I'm going to do that right now.
Go ahead.
Too many.
Where's my cipher book?
I bet effort is more.
Probably.
Using
let's
ciphers. The action to use a cipher is intellect-based unless described otherwise. So it is already an action.
Oh,
For
okay.
example, throwing an explosive, blah, blah, blah. Because ciphers are single-use items, ciphers used to make attacks can never be used with the spray or arc spray abilities that some characters might have. That is oddly specific. Unless it's a manifest cipher. Is it? No, it's not a manifest cipher.
One of mine is. What does that mean?
Identified manifest ciphers can be used automatically. Once a manifest cipher is activated, if it has an ongoing effect, that effect applies only to the character who activated the cipher. A PC can't activate a cipher and then hand it to another character to reap the benefits.
Okay. My other cipher's a manifest one, but not this one.
Yeah, mine's fantastic and manifest. So I assume fantastic needs to be activated with a action.
Yeah. So it's not
So, like,
exactly
moving
clear what
to-
it means with automatically. I'm gonna rule that the manifest ciphers don't use an action and all of the other ones do. Not sure if that is correct. It might be that the book still wants me to use an action for manifest cipher, but we're just gonna rule it this way and not get
See,
bogged
that's
down in the details.
especially interesting because the manifest one I've got is detonation, which isn't basically an attack, which you'd think would be an action. Anyway,
Technically, Deathbringer is also a manifest one.
you would still roll. It's just like not wasting the action economy, right?
fair enough. But anyway, I'll do the no takebacks cipher, and can I at least move into a position that we would be blocking the scientists?
Yeah, I mean, at least a part of them, like they're around, like they're spread like on both sides. Bless you. So you would be, bless you, wouldn't be able to like get all of them covered. But like I said, like definitely you can move more forward to it because this thing so far hasn't displayed like an intelligence, right? It hasn't displayed a knowledge of why. It's just like it lashed out literally to the nearest scientist. So if you move closer, you will then technically be nearest to it, and that is very possible that then you will be the main target.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing
then. And then it's the scientist.
Before we continue real quick, so it took my PDF reader a couple minutes. but there are 1,140 mentions of Cypher and words derived from Cypher in the
Okay.
Cypher.
Oh, that-
I would have thought it'd be more.
Does beat effort then.
Me
Does
too.
beat effort. Yep. Yeah, because it's called the Cypher system, and you use ciphers.
I mean, that's only like what 3 per page or 4 per page. Like,
Yeah, well, a lot of the pages are the bestiary, which don't like
Them's rookie
beasts. Like we'll have only one per one cipher per thing. Right. So we get to the top. No, it's the scientists. Sorry, it's the scientists round. The scientists. Let's have ourselves a nice little roll. One of the 12 requisite spotlights moves into place.
12. Oh.
Okay. We're back at the top of the round. We have this limo crashing through the sound barrier towards Nebula Dreams. It opens up. Victor and Cora and Remy come out of the limo. Let's have you roll initiative to get into this action.
I got a 14.
Okay. Level 4.
I learned how to read the dice while we were not rolling dice. The 19 and the 16 look vastly different because they did the 9 weird, so at least I can read it now.
Cora has an 18 for some reason.
18 for Cora. Very nice. And Remy is muted.
Yes, yes. I rolled a 9, and apparently I'm trained in initiative.
Awesome.
I don't know where that came from. It's what it says.
Don't question it. Alrighty, at the top of the round, we have Cora.
So fun story. Things have been happening fast enough that I still haven't had any chance to do recovery rolls. Currently, her intellect pool out of 26 is 3.
Oh!
I hope this thing doesn't damage intellect.
Like, she can still do the free things, but she can't really effort things anymore.
Yeah.
Because her next step for recovery is 10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. She's done her two 1-round ones already. So I guess yeah, this doesn't. She really doesn't know what's going on. Doesn't have a lot of time to figure it out, I think. She's going to sort of try to do what Rex seems to be doing, just in a different part of the circle for the scientists, which is to say that she's going to go immediate. Yeah, so she's going to run over to some group of scientists that is not being protected, and then just be like, close her eyes and reach and be like, wouldn't it be great if there was already a force field here? Kind of thing. in how she views her abilities working. So yeah. So it's a 10 by 10 foot level 2 barrier of solid energy that pops into place between her and the beastie.
Within minute range, 10 by 10, of negligible thickness. It is a level 2 barrier that lasts for 10 minutes. It can be placed anywhere it fits, whether against a solid object or floating in the air. Each level of effort you apply strengthens the barrier by 1 level. Do you do that?
I can't. I mean, I could. I would lower myself to 0 pool, and I don't think I'm. Am I allowed to do that? I would go unconscious, right?
No, I forgot.
Yeah. The cost part is
that's
taking care of the ease. Yeah.
I forgot
the edge. Yeah.
Cost. I thought you could be able to get 3. You wouldn't go unconscious, but impaired is pretty bad. Like.
Yeah. We'll skip that.
Yeah, we'll skip that. Alrighty. Yeah, so you kind of like create this this field, and it kind of like, what does it look like?
Well, I'm gonna guess that it looks a lot like the technology in this building, or the results of it, like, because she's just pulling it from another reality where they had already made one.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, so you kind of like you reach out and it's kind of weird because you see and sense yourself reaching out, but you don't physically reach out, even though you have like within your mind's eye this hand that grabs like this cluster of like this webbed light, and you kind of like just twist it around and pull on one string, and as you pull on this one string, there's just like this very quaint little pop, as all of a sudden there's just like this kind of like thick blue energy field there protecting you and the scientist, at least for a bit. It is a level 2. Okay.
Yeah, I have a feeling it can beat that. So protecting is in quotes.
Every little bit helps. Then it is its turn, and it sees Rex right in front of it, and no longer sees the scientists where Cora is. So it is going to shoot another one of these rays towards Rex. It kind of like passes through the bubble, and as it does, the bubble kind of like ripples and reconfigures. And as it hits you, Rex, you take 6 points of damage that ignores armor.
Oh, you bastard.
As it seems to be kind of like this, and as it hits you, you can make me a you can make me that intellect roll with supernatural knowledge, or
Okay.
what was it? No, yours was magic lore and lore of the
Magic
Underworld.
Lord,
Yeah.
Lord Underworld.
So that is specialized, so you can that is going to make it a level 4 task with that specialization. So you need a 12 or higher.
Okay. Do I have anything that I can add into this?
And in fact, I'm going to offer you a sort of a weird intrusion here. It is going to allow you to lower the difficulty of this task, but it is going to put you into contact with something that you might necessarily not want to be in contact with.
Oh, I want to be in contact with it. Yes, please.
Okay. So take yourself an experience point, give someone else one.
I will give it to. I think I'll give it to Jesse because he got me into this mess.
Okay. So you kind of like try to figure it out, and again, there's this another lowering, so you need a 9 or higher. So please make your roll.
Okay. I feel like I should have more. Okay, 9 or higher. Let's go. That's a 14.
14, nice.
Yeah.
Right. So you kind of like as it hits you, it literally like almost seems to sheathe off like a portion of your like stone body and just like dissolve it. And as it does, you kind of like feel it ripple through you for a moment. There's just like this very short kind of burst of green light that spreads across the cracks on your body, and then like returns back to its normal like orange reddish glow. And something deep within you, that possessive thing, that thing that said, no, things cannot hurt your companions because your companions are yours to play with, not this dangerous things. That thing laughs with glee at both the fact that it recognizes this damage. This damage is kind of like this, if we were to talk in mechanical terms, it's kind of like void damage, essentially. Like this is a thing that dissolves things. This is a black hole concentrated into a death ray. And the thing within you laughs with glee because it got hurt, it got mad, it gets to have revenge. And if it doesn't, the world still dies.
Okay. Right.
Charming.
D, are you wanting me to roll resist the urge?
Yeah, let's roll a resist the urge. What are you at right now? You're not high.
I mean, it's on a 2,
It's on a 2. Yeah, you're fine.
so I just need to roll higher than a 2,
Yeah.
This is the most insane
which I've done.
session.
That is a 19.
Yeah, see? So that
Okay.
goes up to a 3.
Oh yeah,
The resist the urge.
Yep.
Alrighty. So
Okay.
you took the 6 damage. It went through, but the bubble now reconfigures, and this bubble is actually capable of absorbing that kind of like damage, even though it ignores armor, because the bubble is not armor; it's something else. It's an effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's the bubblegum chewing hell rock. Alrighty, and after that, we're down to Jesse.
Okay, so foil danger didn't work, and I cannot do it a second time. Let's see. So
Oh, because you don't have the points.
yeah, I don't have the points.
I mean,
like
you
I
can
can
try.
activate it, but
It's just a high
Yeah.
high target number. Yeah.
yeah, I won't be able to reduce it any. Okay, let's see. Intellect damage. Don't think this thing has any intellect. So stupid sauce won't work. Or it might not work. I don't know. We'll find out.
I don't know if I want to find out.
I mean, to be fair, like the way just so that doesn't like stop you. In general, damage always gets reduced from like the total pool, right? A creature like for a creature to not take damage of a specific type, it actually like has to specifically say that it doesn't take damage of that type. The it's not as much of a like a D&D situation where you can go where you can kind of like assume that a zombie cannot take like intelligence points damage from its pool because it doesn't have any or anything. It's far more just like a very nuanced little like thing for very specific things. So it's always worth a shot, is what I'm saying. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while I am vamping and frantically trying to figure out what to do with my turn, what does defense inability mean? Because I have that on might.
That means that when you roll for your might defense, the task is one level harder to succeed in. So if
Anti-east.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I think I have an idea. So Jess has one of these flashlights. So I think what he is going to do is like still do his best running around this thing to keep a light on it and try to cover any spots that the scientists aren't covering, and I will activate my own Cypher, controlled blinking. So for the next day, which I assume is 24 hours,
Yeah.
every time I get struck
Technically
hard enough
26,
to
but
inflict
yeah.
damage, I can teleport within immediate
28,
range, which is
28.
actually long range.
Yep.
And my defenses are eased for one round after they teleport because the enemies don't understand what's going on.
Yep. Gotcha. Alrighty. We've got that going. Then we've got Rex's turn.
Okay, so Rex probably has some understanding of what this energy thing is now. Jesse shouted to him that it doesn't like light, and Rex is now feeling kind of invulnerable again, as usual. And he will step forwards to it again, like getting closer, and hold out the palm of his hand, and he's going to do release energy, but he's going to like try and focus the energy into his hand, so it like instead of blasting, it's going to be like a beam of like light energy.
Okay.
So this is this will cost 1 point of might because I don't have absorb kinetic energy.
Yep.
So it's literally taking some of my body mass to do this.
Yeah.
Like I'm opening up my stone skin on my palm to shoot out this magma in this like bright light kind of action.
Go ahead.
I do 4 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. It is an attack, isn't it? Let me see. That's energy. Nope, that's not energy protection. It is
Doesn't say
release energy.
attack.
Magnifying focus on a blast of energy takes a single foe within long range for 4 points of damage. So you have any kinetic energy? Yeah. So it is still, you still have to roll against enemies. I am going to, because it is generally a ranged attack, but you're kind of like doing it point blank and kind of like trying to shoot it. We're going to ease it by 1. So at the moment it's a level 5. You have do you have any power shifts for this?
I've got a power shift.
Yep. So that is
and
level 4.
Single attack power shift.
Single attack power shift. That's additional damage.
Oh yeah.
So.
But it's also eased by 1 step per shift.
Oh yeah. So that is a level 3 task that a might attack, or is it a might attack? Release energy is well. For
yeah,
you,
because it costs might.
Like Yep. Might level 3 attack.
Okay. And I will put a level of effort into it, which costs 1 extra might.
Okay. Yep.
So that makes it a level 2, yeah?
That is a level 2. You need a 6 or higher to hit this thing. And you're hitting it for...
Oh, shit. This is 5.
It's a 5. Oh, no. Okay. So you kind of like go up to it and try to kind of like discharge this energy. And as you do, you just see like this kind of like plasmic energy kind of disperse for a moment and then reassemble itself as it kind of... It's not so much that it avoided your attack, but your attack just kind of like... concussed it out of shape for a single second, and then it comes back together. We are going to then go to Victor.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do the thing that was technically already suggested before Victor got there. And that's figure out what this thing is, since nobody else can. I'm gonna use magic training.
Okay.
Since I think that's the best one. One of my skills is learning something new, but the specifics of it make me think that I can't use it in this scenario.
I would actually probably say learning something new is more than magic training applicable here.
Okay.
Which will reduce it to a level 5. You have an intellect power shift, so that's reducing it to a level 4.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
Trying to see if I do.
Why do you have an ability that's called Eclipse?
Because I think it came with... I think that was one of the ones that came with my level up. Not one that I chose.
Yeah. Granted from ink spells and skin. Yep.
I'm definitely not using that in this moment.
No?
When
not
it's
erasing all light.
no.
Okay.
No, I think I'm good without doing that.
Okay, so you're down to a level 4 intellect task.
I don't have anything else, so I guess I can put a level of effort in.
You can apply effort. You have up to 2 effort to apply if you want to.
Well, technically all of my stuff is back up to par, so yeah, I'll do that. So that'll take how much?
If you're applying both levels of effort and you have 1 edge in your intellect pool, it would be 4 points of intellect to your pool, and it will reduce it to a level 2 task. So you need a 6 or higher.
I will do that.
Okay.
It's a 5!
Oh no.
Guys,
you roll high.
The dice have turned on us.
You should have kept the old die. That way it would have been like, is that a 5 or an 18?
5 or a 30?
I don't know. You tell me. I'm pretty sure this is a 5.
No, it looks like a 20
it looks like a 20, yeah.
It looks like an undifferentiated white blur.
Yeah, the light is not helping my character. Hang on.
It looks like a shiny.
Turn off light. I'm pretty sure. Why won't it focus? Oh my god.
It just wants to look at your face.
I understand now why you can't read it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. My camera refuses to focus on it right now.
Any attempts to look at it, blurs it. This is
Unfortunately, that's definitely a 5 because a 6 looks.
you're definitely close to understanding it, but it's just like there's this one thing that you're missing. That why is this thing here? It doesn't make sense for it to be here, and thus it cannot be that thing. Remy.
Yeah, this is his area of expertise. Hand me a crowbar and call me Gordon fucking Freeman. All right, listen up, everybody in lab coats. I'm gonna assume you did some big brain smarty pants sciencey bullshit to start all of this. So I need you to put that in reverse and undo whatever you just did. Now focus up and get to it. He's just going to use oratory to try and keep them on task and doing whatever it is they need to be doing. He's essentially just convincing them to take a reasonable action.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to say that is going to ease their task by 1 because you're kind of like essentially playing towards reducing their fear of the situation and kind of limiting that panic response that they might have that would be detrimental. That is going to bring us to the scientists, so they are going to do another roll. And that is actually quite useful of you to have done the oratory. That is going to align 2 more. So now we have 3 out of 12 spotlights aligned.
There's so many.
And we're back up to Cora.
Well, people seem to be doing things like they know what they're doing, so great. And this seemed to work great, so she's just gonna go further along the circle and make another giant square.
Okay.
Can you just keep on making those? Oh, cool.
There's nothing that says that it like takes concentration. It's not really a concept. They just have a duration, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no limit how many you can make.
Yeah.
Just that it lasts for 10 minutes.
Like, hypothetically, you could layer them rather than spending effort to make them. But that might be.
Yeah, but we have a wide expanse of people to protect.
So yes, no, I'm still trying to protect people who aren't in any way protected yet.
Yeah,
yeah. If the beams get past Rex, then yeah.
Cora is also like, has the light plan been verbalized since we arrived? Or is it visually obvious what they're doing?
I mean, you definitely see the spotlights moving into space. Like, well, you see the boxes that look like spotlights moving into place. They're not currently shining light.
Yes. No, I assume that they are, quantum energy projectors or whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
And you see like a whole bunch of flashlights, and you do see, well, you kind of see Jesse flitting about, like, trying to make it into a disco situation with a flashlight. But it hasn't like actively been verbalized since you guys got on the scene.
No, it's fine. We will leave pulling the barriers down because they are opaque, a problem for future Cora.
Yeah. Yeah, you pluck another string, there's another pop, and this time around it's like an electrical barrier that kind of like fizzles into space. Then it is the creature's turn, and it is going to attack Rex. Rex, make me a might defense task.
Well, this will get popped on the bubble, right?
Yeah, but if you succeed on the defense, the bubble doesn't get popped.
Oh, it's only if I get... okay. So I have Resilient Power Shift level 2.
Resilient Power Shift level 2.
Might defense.
It is might defense. Yep. So that's down to a level 4.
See.
That is a very weird wording. Might defense rolls are eased by 1 step per shift and armor. And then it says +1 per shift, so I assume that it gives you armor.
Yeah.
But it's like the wording is very weird.
Yeah, it feels like it should say, and gives you extra armor.
And you have more armor or something. Yeah. But okay, that's down to a level 4 then. You should probably be... Are you... Where's the defense? Do you have defense training?
No, I don't think so.
You don't. Yep, so that's
I just got like buttloads of armor, but this stuff like goes through armor anyway, right? Does muscles of iron, would that work in this?
Muscles of iron. Let me check.
All might-based actions? Oh, it's not an action, is it?
Other than attack rolls that you attempt are eased. Yeah, no, that applies. We'll get it down to a level 3.
Okay. That costs 2 might points.
Well, you have edge, so it will be free.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't realize edge applied to costs of things
Yep,
as well.
everything.
Ah, I should have not spent.
That's why a bunch of
points
course
on things
nonsense is
earlier.
free now.
Edge
Oh,
is
okay.
very powerful.
Okay. Yeah, I think that might be it. Does wind armor? No, that's armor. I've got so many things. Yeah. Okay. Right.
Okay, so that's level
Go.
3. 9 or higher.
Let's go. Oh, it's a 9.
9, nice. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it goes towards you.
I had to
it
check
just
for a second to want a 6.
Already kind of like starts to react, and as it kind of like starts to congeal on the ray hits you, and it just kind of like plops a single pebble off of you, and it's like it's just you shrug it off.
I do not shrug it. I bend down and pick up the pedal and like indignantly place it back on my body.
Yep, that is fair. Yep. That is going to bring us to Jesse's turn.
Okay, so yeah, I think this time Jess is going to just attempt one of them their enable other type situation.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Enable others means I don't need to use the help action to help people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I use the action to help people, does enable others stack or do it not?
Let's see. You can use the helping rules to provide a benefit to another character attempting a physical task. Unlike the normal helping rules, it doesn't require you to use your action helping the other character with the task. This requires no action on your part. I'm gonna allow it because generally, from like when it's not training or powers or stuff, this is like help actions give you assets, and when it's an asset, you can generally only benefit from 2 assets maximum. So you would just be giving 2 assets to a thing.
Okay. So yeah, I think what Jess will do is he'll like Cora will find a high-powered flashlight in her hand, and he will then go to help the scientists again and put his 2 points of assets towards helping them with the
Okay.
the thing, and shout kind of disconcertingly from everywhere at once. It hates light. If anyone has any light they can spare, that would be very helpful.
Okay. That is going to bring us to Rex.
Okay. Yeah, Rex is pissed that he's been attacked again and a pebble taken off of him. He's going to go for the release energy again. This time he's using his other hand, and he's instead of it's not just his palm. This time it's his fist.
Okay.
And his fist just kind of peels open and reveals his magma insides. What was it again? I think it was. I needed a 6.
Yeah, you had rolled a 5 out of a 6. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, that's a 2.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Okay.
It's all right.
Buddy.
At least it wasn't a 1. If it's a 1, I
Yeah,
explode. So
We're doing our best.
We're gonna get TPK'd by a freaking fart.
This is
cloud.
not king of hell behavior.
This is
like minor functionary of hell. Like, come on.
Yeah.
this
gotta
is
step it
why
up.
I become king of hell. I get so angry that this fucks up.
Administrative assistant of hell behavior.
We're like in Little Nicky territory at this
Yeah.
point.
Alrighty, Victor.
I'm gonna try again to identify what this thing
Go ahead.
is,
6 or higher.
and I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing I did before, so I'll take another 4 from my intellect pool.
Okay.
Please, 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 please. I got a 7!
Finally, someone has succeeded in something.
Just
Begging the
barely.
gods to make my dice roll good worked.
As you kind of like observe this, and you kind of like start putting like 2 and 2 together, and then 3 and 3, and then pyramids and puppies, it all kind of like starts clicking into place, and you realize this is all bullshit. No, you realize that this thing is, bless you, this. Okay, sorry.
House ghost.
The this energy that has appeared is sort of like it has a vibrational frequency that is giving it this green color, and this green color you have seen like just like tiny little flashes of at the moment where you were like traveling from where you were to where you are now, and you realize that this is some sort of like um outer dimensional kind of like void energy that can only appear from the collapse of like something, of like a dimension or a universe or a world. But the thing is, if this is produced from the collapse of an entire universe, this is way too tiny. So this has to have been like some sort of almost like a pocket dimension or something that collapsed, that created something this big. Because if a universe collapsed, then you would not even have gotten to be within this situation. Everything would just have been gone. And this thing is just kind of like basically this pure void that is essentially trying to create more void so that it can kind of like get back to where it was. It's kind of like a vacuum, non-vacuum situation, but like in reverse, where the vacuum is just like this tiny contained thing that is trying to burst out.
Okay, in Victor terms, will relate that to the rest of the team. That he says some sciencey things that maybe people understand, maybe they don't.
Okay. Then let's go over to Remy.
Yeah, same thing. So keep up the good work.
Go team.
Already. So just so you know, as I said, like previously, that would have given them an asset on the task, but they already have 2 assets from Jesse. So if you want, you can get that onto someone else to ease their tasks. Because like it wouldn't be useful, quote unquote, on the scientists at this point.
I see.
Because they can only benefit from a maximum of 2 assets.
I don't know if there's anything I can do to help anybody else.
Turn the void to stone.
I considered that for like a second. I have a feeling that would end badly.
Stone is something.
Not one that would work.
Can you like give a moral boost to Victor or Cora so they can?
Oh yeah, if there's any way you can restore intellect
Yeah.
pool, I would be all about it.
Yeah, I mean, I could make you feel better about not having an elect pool. Actually, I could convince you that you have a full intellect pool. It just wouldn't be true, but you'd believe me.
That's less helpful. It sounds.
Can you
have a
can you
bomb.
scream into the void?
What if it screams back?
You probably will.
Most likely
Yeah,
it
no,
will.
I think.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think I'll just hold an action.
Okay.
Just in case something comes up that I can do, but I think I'm good for this turn.
We'll do that. That is going to bring us up to the scientists, who are going to make another roll. That is a good roll. That is, let's see, that is a level 4 with the 2 assets is a level 6 minus the 2 requisite. That is 4 more spotlights in place. So we're at 7 out of 12 at this moment. And that brings us up to Cora.
Okay. I would like to. I would like to make, I guess, a brain roll or something to see if I can actually figure out what their plan is here from what is happening around me. Because otherwise, Core is going to do a thing which is not that plan.
Yeah. Intellect test. This is, I'm gonna say, because you're seeing the things moving. You got the spotlight. Jesse shouted random words as he is prone to do. This is gonna be a level 4 base. So let's see. You have what do you have? You have investigator. Oh, but that's the thing. That's never mind.
I mean, I could be spending from might instead.
Yeah.
In fact,
let's see. Supernatural knowledge is you're trained in supernatural knowledge, so we're gonna. Oh, and in theoretical physics, so we can take one of those for a level 3.
Okay, I'll use the Remy one too.
And you use the Remy one. Yep. So you're down to a level 2.
Yeah.
So you need a 6 or higher.
Okay.
I can't believe I forgot about the Remy thing again.
Pistol hands. Dose.
You rolled a 2?
I did, in fact, roll a 2. It is not the victory symbol.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
the number 2.
I was like, all of the things that you said implied.
Oh no, it's all sarcasm. It's okay.
Okay. Yes.
So Cora is like, all she heard was it hates light.
Yeah.
And she was just handed a high-powered flashlight.
Yeah.
So she is going to use her damage boost Cypher on it and then point it at it.
Okay. Interesting. Damage. Cypher boosted ability inflicts points of damage. The ability inflicts additional damage equal to its Cypher level.
Like normally a flashlight would not be an ability that inflicts damage, but under these circumstances, maybe it is. Yeah. Cora doesn't know. Worst case, she has an open Cypher slot for something more useful.
Yeah. Okay, so that is. I'm gonna say like the brain roll plus using the Cypher and everything. That's gonna be the turn, and then next turn you can try to light beam it.
It's on deck.
Yeah. Alrighty. Its turn. It is going to go up against Rex again. Please make me a might defense roll. What did we say? You needed a 3, right? 9 or higher.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Ooh, that's an 8.
That's an 8. Yeah. So it kind of like goes towards you, and you kind of like realize, oh, this is not just going to be a pebble, and then the bubble just kind of like suddenly appears, becomes opaque around you, matches the green of it, and then just there's again this kind of like pop, and nothing happens.
First my pebbles, now my bubble. Are you kidding me?
For the bubble.
And that brings us to Jesse.
Oh boy. All right. So yeah, I think enable others I'm going to trigger for the scientists.
Mm-hmm.
And this time I think I will make an attempt to assist them again. Not with my get rid of danger power, but just with like a normal, I don't know, intellect or speed check or what.
Yeah, okay. How are you trying to, like, what exactly are you trying to do?
Well, since I am fast and I have a dexterity power shift, I would like to argue that I want to operate all the controls at once.
Okay, gotcha. So you're trying to like align the stuff yourself instead of the scientists. Okay. Yeah, so that is going to be relatively difficult. So we're going to call it a base level 5 task. You have a dexterity power shift, which we will apply to this. So that's a base. So that reduces it to a level 3. Yep, I am on the right one.
And I have a boatload of speed points left, so I'm going to burn some of them.
Sure.
What does Edge do again?
Edge reduces the total cost by 1 when you're spending effort or any costs.
Oh, okay. I've been spending way more effort than I've needed to. Okay, so
like if you're applying 3 levels of effort, it would be 6 instead of 7 cost. with an edge
Okay,
of
so-
1.
1, 2, 1, 2. You know what? Why not? Let's treat ourselves. 1, 2. Okay. Maximum effort.
Okay, so that
Plus
reduces it to a
intelligence power
level
shift.
0 task. You are still going to roll. This is just to see how many of the spotlights you get into position. Because the way this is set up is you need like a base level of task to succeed in, and then everything that's above it is one spotlight.
Okay. Oh, finally, double digits. That's a 16.
That's a 16. That is 5 spotlights. That is exactly bringing us up to 12. Yeah, so all of the spotlights are aligned. All that is left is that the scientists need to not roll a 1 on their coming turn to turn them on. Everything is aligned. It's just kind of like splits over, and you kind of like you've been, as you have been flitting around and trying to kind of like cover this thing and help the scientists and everything. You have kind of like seen the scientists, how they are doing this, how they are programming it, and you've kind of in the meantime, because you do have an intelligence power shift of 2, so you're nothing to scoff at intellectually. So you kind of like figure out how the commands work, and you just like start flitting around and moving, inputting stuff, and all of a sudden all of the reflectors move, and they move like excruciatingly slowly in your kind of like sped up situation, but eventually they kind of like all come into place. That is going to bring us to Rex's turn.
Okay. So Rex is now quite intimately familiar with this energy, I'd say.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Is it that kind of relationship?
it has touched him. He will now activate his energy protection ability, which gives me plus 10 armor against that specific type of energy for 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Plus 10 armor against the armor ignoring energy.
Yeah.
How does that work?
And he will just step up to it and like place his whole body like outstretched and just like, you will not have this world.
Nice. And roll me a d20.
Like in Cora's head, there is a visible
That's a nat 20.
asterisk that's
That's a
like
nat
because
20.
it is
Okay, nice.
because it is mine. Like it's just unsaid.
Yeah, that was actually what he was just rolling for, to see if he says it out loud or not. But he rolled a nat 20, and I'm not going to forget that major effect is going to come into play. But yeah, that was what he was rolling, just to see because it's mine or not. Yep.
Yeah.
But obviously Cora hears it.
Cora is genre savvy.
Yeah.
It's never
He's in my head, man.
never in a useful way.
Yeah. Victor,
Is it my turn already?
it is your turn already.
Okay, I have a question then.
Yes.
The description of like what you can make with hedge magic is very specific but vague at the same time.
Yes.
Right.
Essentially, it's to be seen as prestidigitation.
So could I like use it to create like a light source? Like because Victor still has a staff. So if Victor were to like use his staff to make it kind of almost be like a flashlight or something,
sure.
would that
Sure, I'll allow it. Yeah,
create light.
absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely.
It feels like
Go ahead.
the same scale as the stuff that Cora pulls out of her bag with gift of appeasement.
Yeah,
like it's
something. The thing is, even if
vaguely useful.
Yeah, but even if an effect is like relatively negligible mechanically speaking, if it caters to the weakness of a specific thing, it's not negligible, right? Like it's an attack, a normal like attack, quote unquote, that dealt light damage to the creature would be more effective. So why would not hedge magic be more effective if it's doing light? So absolutely, yeah.
Okay, cool.
You can create a light. To what purpose? Are you trying to attack it, or are you trying to kind of like herd it, or what are you trying to do? Herd as in HERD, not URT.
That's a great question. Yeah, I guess in a sense kind of like hurt it so that it stays in one spot so that way when the spotlights go up, like it's not as difficult to
Okay,
put in
awesome.
containment.
Awesome. And Remy. You kind of like create. Do you? Yeah. So for this, you kind of like create at first like there's an orb of light that starts spreading from your staff, but then you focus it into a beam, and then because this staff is made out of the same stuff that you were experimenting with in that other place, you can actually kind of like command it to move around and do things at will, and you just kind of like command it to split this light, and the light just kind of like suddenly splits into this kind of triangular kind of like cone-like field as the beams get split, and just essentially you create like this pen of light that pens in the creature, the cloud.
This is the most 80s
Sure hope it was worth it. That cost
ever.
me
It is
another
extremely
intellectual
80s. Yeah,
point.
this is like
We got cool laser effects, and we
Yeah.
got time travel, and
Yeah.
I like to think Victor looks really badass in this moment. Take advantage of this,
That's
everybody.
like,
That cost
what
me
is
another
it?
intellectual point.
Gem and the holograms or whatever it's called. Yeah. And Remy, what do you do?
So, being of the capricious nature that he is, it occurred to him that this whole fiasco may not have been an accident. So he's been scanning all of the scientists to try and get a read on if any of them are up to something nefarious. He's trained in
Smart.
reading people and their intentions.
Yeah, make me an intellect roll.
Smart.
This is going to be a level 4. You're trained, so that's down to a level 3. Do you have anything else you want to or can use?
There's a power shift.
The intelligence one? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Down to a level
that's
2.
probably it.
Okay. So you need a 6 or higher.
16.
16, very nice.
Yeah.
You kind of like look around and you scan these people, try to figure it out. You do not see that anyone is like none of these people is in any way, shape, or form nefarious. They are all very genuinely trying to contain something that happened. They do all seem to have like some amount of guilt, but it's kind of like collateral guilt. Like they were not expecting this to be a possible side effect of what they were doing, but they weren't experimenting with anything that would directly involve this, right? Like it's almost like you go out, you like scribble in your notebook, and all of a sudden you go into automatic writing and write a demon summoning ritual, right? Like you don't expect that to happen when you just have a scribble in your notebook.
Yeah, makes sense. Cool.
But since we've got all of this help going on, right? Rex is distracting the creature. Victor is making this kind of like cage of light. Jesse and Cora are helping as much as they can with the light and everything. I'm not going to force the scientists to roll. We're just going to say they managed to turn on the light. We are going to eliminate the 5% chance of it going horribly bad. Cora, you kind of like point the flashlight as you see like this one tendril moving out from beyond. Like it finds this one little tiny little
no.
loophole, and you just go no and point the flashlight, and it just like fizzles, and all of the spotlights kind of like appear, and as soon as turn on, and as soon as they do, there's this circle of light around the cloud, and immediately it kind of like compresses as it tries to move away from each of the lights, and then the spotlights just kind of like all move up and point at it, and as they do, this thing just kind of like evaporates in this translucent kind of like turquoise greenish glow as it just kind of like poof disappears.
Rex reaches up to where it is and just like grabs at that last spot that it's at and like pulls his hand down like he's got it in his hand.
Okay.
Huh?
that's concerning.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Alrighty. And kind of like the danger passes, and all of the scientists most of the scientists breathe a breath of relief. One of the scientists collapses to the floor, screaming in agony. As he kind of
Victor, we could use some medical assistance.
With like them not being there? What do you do for that? We should take them to the orb people.
Yes.
Or don't we? Did they give us an orb that does that? With the repair thing, was that for healing?
No,
And
that's
those
for mechanical stuff.
machines.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, because I swore we had something about healing, but
We got to get him to
No.
the hospital,
Yeah.
the Mercy Hospital, or whatever it was.
Yes.
Yeah, you can definitely take him to the hospital. I mean, Jesse can probably
And-
do it.
Merciful heart.
and by we mean Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. By we mean all right, Jesse. Time to go.
Otherwise,
put him
we're
in the
just gonna have
trolley.
a touching death scene in the car.
Yeah.
No blood in the limo. It's crushed velvet.
Maybe not so touching. Yeah. So, do you transport them, Jesse?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
First off, he is going to, like, quick change this person into what he uses for his superhero suit, since it's like friction resistant.
Oh yeah.
And then he's going to run this one-armed scientist to the Merciful Heart Hospital.
Okay, you do.
Do you want me to cauterize the wound?
The thing is, there's nothing to cauterize really. Like, it's just like parts have dissolved away, but there's no bleeding.
Like they stopped existing.
Yeah, they stopped existing.
Okay, well, I guess he's not leaking on the way
He's
over.
not leaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you take him over there, and do you return then as well, or do you just stay there? They immediately they don't ask questions. They're focused on
Yeah.
universal healthcare, which means that anything injured that comes in gets healed immediately. Like,
Yeah, the
I have a
second that-
pitch for that later too, because
Oh, yeah.
of a literal interpretation of the phrase "universal health."
yeah.
I was thinking that too. Yeah, covers the whole.
Caring
the,
for
the
the
second
universe.
they descend upon him like helpful vultures,
Yeah, exactly.
Jess is heading back.
Yep. Funny you should say like helpful vultures, because they literally like they don't, because they are alien and they just know like we need to take care of people and we need to make sure that their health is good. Like there is no like the way you're used to in a hospital with like reception area, rooms and everything. No, it's like you go in through the door and there's immediately people with scalpels coming in, right? Like in through the door and like literally like helpful vultures. They're just like, we must operate immediately. Someone's running
Alarming.
in with like a extremely complicated mechanical prosthesis for where the arm was shot off and
That's terrifying.
yeah, oh yeah. There's like this is an incredibly powerful like healing effect. This is a way beyond state of the art cutting edge hospital, but it is terrifying. Like it is just like it hits that
Our human
uncanny
minds can
valley
barely
so
comprehend it.
perfectly, Like it's
So yeah, Jess comes back and is like, "Okay, Russell's gonna be good."
excellent.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, and people there kind of like start kind of calming down and they're like, "Oh God, thank you so much. That was." Oof.
So did we write down what that was so that we can not do it ever again?
Well, and kind of like one of the scientists looks over at Jesse and says, "It's kind of out of our hands."
Huh?
Victor kind of like also a scientist kind of sighs in exasperation and is like, why exactly are we working with portal technology in the first place? Why is that a thing that you do?
And Jesse's boss kind of like sighs and says, "We're not working with portal technology." So
Then what is it you are doing?
and he kind of like looks over at Jesse and says, "So Jesse, you," and he looks at all of you and says, "You all remember what was before, right?"
Yeah.
Well, I
Back
mean
when I had
here, but
legs,
if
yeah.
if you were from somewhere else, then no. So
Um,
that's vague.
And at this, you see like most of the scientists in the room kind of like start rolling their eyes and sighing and kind of like divesting interest in the conversation and moving off. Like they're like, "Oh, this guy and his crazy shit again." And he kind of like looks at Jesse and says, "So I do too." And Jesse, you're kind of well. We've been monitoring you.
Yeah, that checks out.
So when
Everybody and their mother stop monitoring us.
when all of this happened, well, for me it was kind of very strange because, I mean, I wasn't very, like, okay, I wasn't particularly gifted in the scientific way before this event happened. And since it's happened, I've started understanding things that shouldn't even be possible to understand. And so I think, Jesse, that something maybe happened to you that actually limited your powers in a significant way during the event. Because,
Well, you did kill me.
pardon?
Well, okay, not you, but another one of you did kill me, and it sounded like they'd been killing several of me's.
Killed you?
Yeah, you shoved a cattle prod into my heart.
Huh. I see. Okay, I see. I understand.
Why do you still work here?
The pay's really good.
Honestly, that is very in character for him.
We gotta talk about that.
We've tried to get him to go into therapy in, I think, probably many universes. So
But I'm just gonna put this out here, like, so you're saying that the way he is now is not as powerful as he should be?
yes, in a way. Well, I wouldn't use the word
I'm gonna
should.
go ahead and say good.
Yeah, that is kind of the thing. You see, Jesse has been divested from. He was separated from the timeline. He can, if he were at his full power, he could move across time at will. That would have been a big problem. And apparently, maybe during this event, because you were separating yourself from time, you perhaps attained the consciousness of all of your alternate selves. And if you had done that, then that is how you would have lived through all of these events. If you say that you got killed by an alternate version of me and you remember it, that means that you kind of experienced several of your alternate selves. I think that what has happened is that there was a, and I'm very sorry to say this, but I think that there was a systematic mass murder of your alternate selves. Except for a couple of universes that may have found a different way to anchor you into the timeline. And I think that you are currently anchored into the timeline of this current universe that we have, because we no longer apparently have a multiverse. At least all of the calculations say that it is no longer a multiverse. So you are anchored to the timeline, but only loosely. And apparently that anchor can become detached. What just happened here happened as a direct result of us monitoring you, because we noticed at some point that you seem to have gone into a sort of small version of a pocket alternate universe, almost like you found a debris of a universe that was destroyed and went into it and observed it and came back and collapsed it. And when you collapsed it and came back into this timeline, that created this anomaly. But because we apparently were the only place that was actually actively observing you, the anomaly had to appear here, because this was the anchor point for the anomaly to be observed. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
No.
Horrifically so.
So I don't know if you've recently experienced some sort of time traveling glitch where you maybe saw the past or the future, but that might have been it. And somehow you seem to have closed whatever that is off. So
Yeah, it sounds like basically the future that Jesse went into created a pocket dimension because of the closed time loop, and him coming back destroyed it, creating this creature.
yeah,
It's a good thing it wasn't a bigger time loop.
Yes, correct.
We're lucky it was a pocket dimension.
If it were an entire universe that collapsed, then well, that would have been it.
So is the takeaway like, don't look
time
at
travel?
Jesse?
In a
Like if no one had been looking at him, would it just nothing have happened?
Or it could have shown up at some random point in the
The
universe.
pocket, the creature would have just
Well,
showed
right,
up.
because like if it's like a safety thing where like all of the bad is just gonna go here and then it can maybe be dealt with, positive.
So see,
but
the
if
thing
it's-
is, if he weren't being observed at the time, then that would have appeared somewhere. It is not necessarily. I have not understood enough of it to know if it would have necessarily appeared within the universe or might have just been shunted outside of the universe. I guess that if we observe the universe as, I mean, let's imagine it as an orb. If we imagine the universe as an orb, and this kind of like was a tiny little bubble on the side of the orb, when it burst, the energy could have gone in any direction, including into the orb of the universe. So
Sure.
again, like I said, we weren't expecting this to happen. Jesse should not have been able to time travel. Like it would need a very specific affectation of causality actually to get him to time travel. Like he cannot do it on his own anymore. It would need a very powerful effect that affects causality itself, which means that we would be dealing with a power that is capable of perceiving very, very specific pathways of the world that the world can take.
Sorry.
Looks at Cora.
I just wanted to play with some dogs. Okay, it's not.
Do not bring the
like-
puppies in this lab.
That is.
I'm not
honestly,
doing
that is a
anything.
terrifying statement, considering what just happened.
I'm not doing anything that causes anything to happen. I talked and bad things happened. Okay, look.
It's all
Part of this may have been because I said words with my mouth. Just like time. Okay. I'm not gonna.
It's all right, Cora. It's all right.
It's look. The thing is, no matter how much you may have endangered us, you've also I mean, from what we have seen, you've actually saved a lot of this world a lot of times as well. I think you guys are net positive for this existence.
Wow.
Good to know. Good to know.
That's still feels like grading on a curve.
I think we should take what we can get.
We're making the
We'll
best
take our
of a
wins,
very
yeah.
strange situation. I mean, do you know how difficult it was to continue and create all of this research and all of this lab with a cohort of workers who actually don't believe a word you're saying and don't have the same memories as you do?
Honestly, that sounds like my day job. But... Cora is like, no, that seems hard.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, it was yeah. I think it's a good thing that it appeared here. It only endangered some of us for the most part. Luckily, we were able to get it contained. We now definitely know to look for it actively. We are going to have countermeasures in place if something like this happens again. Yeah.
Should we bring the future laptops here for Simon to look at?
Future laptops.
Part of the closed time loop.
I mean, closed is
a
closed
different
is in
one.
quotes with an asterisk.
Yeah, that one was not part of it. I don't know if that.
That was a separate time
Shrug.
travel
Remy stole
incident that didn't
laptops from
involve
the
Jesse.
future.
Shrug. That whole thing is a tangled ball of evil yarn. So
Okay.
asterisk, 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 asterisk.
I see. Right. I am going to say Yes.
I would like to oversee it if somebody from this company is going to be looking at it, just because I would like to.
Oh yes, absolutely.
I was already going.
If you are in, honestly, it would be such a relief to have at least one scientist aware of what was going on.
I can provide that. Yes, I could technically provide two.
How exactly are y'all monitoring? Are you just monitoring Jesse? You monitoring all of us? What's
That's a good question.
That's a very good
Jesse leaves
Yes.
a very specific existence signature within the map of existence because he is not anchored to time the way everyone else is. And it is this difference that allows us to track him. It's
He has a wake,
so it's
Actually,
him
yeah, that sounds-
specifically?
it's him
Yeah.
like
specific.
ripples
It's-
behind a boat.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, 'cause,
basically
like,
the traces of his movement through time are what we can track.
Yeah,
That
'cause-
Yeah, but how do you
experience
do that?
being monitored, so-
I don't care about.
Like you have time looking at devices.
I built a
I
scanner.
think it's more like a radar
Oh.
situation. Because, like, I don't really move fast. I just kind of slow everything around me.
Yeah, well, technically you dislodge from time.
Yeah.
That sounds
And
painful.
that surprisingly no. It's more disorienting than anything.
Victor heard like a radar or something and got excited.
Yeah.
Victor is this is his new favorite place.
Absolutely.
He's like, oh,
But did
I'm
you-
going to be
did
here
you, like-
all the time.
Did you have anxiety before?
Oh yeah.
Oh, he was
Okay.
a wreck in all universes, as far as we can tell. Apparently,
Yeah.
that is part of it.
That makes sense.
Apparently, most of these powers are somehow related to the personalities that the people who have them were previously.
Well, that tracks, I guess.
I take offense.
Yeah, Rex is squinting. Like,
Look, it's just what we I mean, it doesn't like necessarily. And he kind of like looks at Remy and says, maybe you were just like so incredibly charming in your past life that you now are like hypnotic, like a cobra, or
That's what I
Calm.
assumed.
and maybe
I just
he
assumed
looks at
he liked
Rex
leather
and he says,
pants.
and maybe you were just like a solid guy.
Metaphor.
hmm.
Your
We
I'm not quite thinking you're some kind of
your body is a metaphor now.
We still don't know what actually happened to produce this effect. It has been very difficult to investigate what happened when you are the only person knowing that it happened. I don't know what caused it, but it seems like various pieces of different universes got slammed together in some sort of patchwork mosaic of one universe. Like I said, all of the equations and all of the math and the physics, it doesn't make any sense anymore for a multiverse model to exist. Everything points towards a single universe. Which
Yeah,
it
we might have a
previously
lead on
didn't,
why that is.
which means that actually probably billions and billions of untold lives, species, creatures, and worlds were destroyed in this. Which is kind of hard to think about.
Sure.
Because we wouldn't have... The thing is, they didn't just stop existing and became... Like, it's not that they never have existed, because if that were the case, we wouldn't have patches of other universes in this universe. So, yeah. But yes, you can bring the laptops here and we can look at them. I don't know, maybe you seem to have stumbled. Did you get any information about anything? Was it useful for you to have created this void monstrosity that we had to fight off? Did we get
Just
anything
the wor-
out of it?
The world's
Well-
gonna end,
You got the
mean,
laptops out of it in a roundabout way.
Oh,
we have some alarming information about
Or my
bad
headphones not working.
things happening. It's not super specific, except for one bit about, unfortunately, government policy, which I don't think we have a huge amount of levers on currently. But yeah.
Well, I mean, that could be right.
okay.
You
Well,
are going to get shot in the head at some point because
That's,
somebody
you
is
know,
going to see you doing this from far away and be like, nope, you don't get to live. Like, right? Because that's when you
That
start
might be where
doing
the
that with
aliens came from.
politicians. I mean, okay.
And the monsters lead into apocalypses. It's a whole thing.
Okay. So let's
Just be real careful.
Let's have you guys bring us those laptops that you want us to look at.
Here.
And yes, thank you. It is. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I don't know what kind of sick and twisted joke it is to say that anxiety equals time travel in whatever happened here, but honestly, it is unnerving. Yes, we're gonna.
Oh, no. It makes perfect sense. Because it's all about like things that might happen or that did happen that are bad, and like if you've got time travel, then you can just sort all that out.
That is true.
I mean, until everything is tangled up and is destroyed, because you shouldn't. Just makes no sense. No.
That is true. Okay, so we are going to inspect these laptops, and we are going to talk. We're going to talk a lot, because it seems like we have information and you have information, and this information needs to be put together. Yes.
Yes.
Do you have like paid internships? Because I don't have a degree yet, but I've been studying, physics, and also I'm super smart now for no particular reason. And also I know what's going on. So, I mean, I would come by and help and talk to you.
Anomaly.
What?
You're also a little bit of a quantum anomaly.
Well,
With
yeah.
the puppies and the kittens and the
Yeah, I mean,
time-traveling
that's
science ball.
sure. It's just that like I would come and help talk anyway, but I am poor.
Yeah, yeah, we can arrange financial support. Absolutely. That's not a thing. That's not a problem.
Hey, I'm gonna let you all sort out your weird science stuff, and I'm just gonna. I'll meet you back at the warehouse, and Rex will just wander out.
Okay.
Very
Be
worried
safe.
about Rex.
My job's done, so
He's
I'll see you later.
worried about Rex right now. So very much worried about him and everything that has happened.
You didn't even get to see future Rex.
Yeah, that's why I'm concerned.
Says he kind of like gets some like beverages, some tea and stuff going and everything, and we have like you guys kind of pile around and look at these laptops, and as that is happening, the camera is going to kind of like pan out and follow Rex outside. What does Rex do? Where does he go?
I mean, he genuinely starts walking back quite slowly towards the warehouse, and as he's wandering, he's had his hand closed this whole time. He walks outside and he slowly opens his fist to see if there was anything still there.
Integrated into Rex's craggy hand is a emerald green rock, just like in the middle of the palm, almost like a little eye of the void looking in on the universe.
Super fine.
Cool. We'll just kind of look at it as he's walking along.
Yeah. And as you're kind of like looking at it, it almost seems like it like glows a little bit from time to time. Something is happening. And that is going to be where we're going to end today's session.
These cliffhangers get me every time, man. Oh,
I mean, that's less of a cliffhanger and more like just foreshadowing, I think.
Yeah.
yeah.
Love it. Love it.
Oh my god.
We are going to. Okay, I can't forget all of the stuff that I'm doing. We are going to do a round of outros, and then we are going to raid out. Please stick around for the raid. I am going to try to figure out whom to raid, if I can even find anyone. But as we are doing so, let us go in reverse order. So, Ben, who are you? Where can we find you? What do you do?
Hello, I'm Ben Newbon. I am a TTRPG game designer, and I recently released, actually just this week, released the second edition of my weird animal hybrids game, Overgrown. And if anybody's in Tabletop Scotland this weekend, it is on sale in print form there in a couple of places. So grab that if you can. Otherwise, you can get it on my itch shop at bennewbon.itch.io. I also run the Cybertopia AP podcast, which features D. His group's art is coming to an end next week. So, hop in on that and get caught up, because that's a blast. And, God, what else? I'm in a Lancer actual play every other week. I think I play next week in that. So that's really good fun. Love Lancer. Everyone should play Lancer. Excellent game. I think that's everything with me at the moment. There's a lot of I'm getting a lot of people to play Overgrown on their streams and shows in the next couple of months. So keep an eye out for either me hosting, playing, or people playing my game. So it's really good fun.
And I'm just gonna say this: think about it, Camel Hawk.
Oh, D. Just when you thought this session couldn't get any weirder.
Yeah.
Camel Hawk.
I was waiting. I was trying to remember what it was.
Yeah.
I was like, did it involve an ostrich? No.
No, much worse. Adam, who are you? Where can we find you?
Hi, I'm Adam, better known as Soulbind most places on the internet. You can find all of my various things at soulbind.card.co. It's got links to my socials, clips from APs I've been involved with, my video demo reels, some of the music and sound composition stuff I've done. I'm also a software engineer. I work in the entertainment industry, and unfortunately, the nature of my job is that all of the cool stuff that I work on, I can't talk about until it goes live. So all I can say is that I am currently on a really awesome thing that I'll be able to talk about in like a year. And there's this other thing that I just found out about that's a potential that'll be also really awesome that I might be able to talk about sometime in the next year. So I'm super excited. You aren't, because I can't tell you what. But
I'm excited to find out.
Yeah.
I'm excited in
sure.
principle.
NDAs
Yeah.
are fun.
Secret
It's like,
agent
it's in my
man here.
feet. I want to know.
right.
NDAs and Renaissance, all up the wazoo. Alrighty. Glitch, who are you? Where can we find you? What do you do?
Hey everybody, I am Glitch. For the most part, you can find me here. I'm obviously in this game. I am in John's Break the Twilight Labyrinth game. Mesa got a sword last session, so he has an actual better weapon now instead of just like whatever small rusted dagger he had before. It's great.
Had a finely crafted silver rapier.
We're having some fun over there. You can also find me on Twitch as Glitch Chaotic. I am tentatively back to streaming. I've been having some flare-ups, so I've had to cancel some streams for days that I'm having bad flare-ups. But tentatively, I am back. Wednesdays, we're playing Marvel's Midnight Suns right now, which we're having a lot of fun with. And then Fridays, we are playing through technically still what is the demo and beta of Hades 2, because 1.0 has not been released yet. But we're playing it for maybe until 1.0 gets released. Don't know when 1.0 is getting released. So we're doing that over there. You will be able to hear my voice in a fan-made audiobook coming very soon for Legendborn. That'll be, I'll have a link to it eventually, but that'll be over my friend's YouTube channel, GI Reads. I'm one of the main-ish characters, I believe. I've never read Legendborn, so I don't super know. My apologies. I just was told, hey, your voice would be perfect for a thing, and I did the thing. So hopefully that should be getting released soon. What else am I doing that I can talk about? I'm beta reading for a friend's book, so we'll see when that book gets released eventually. I'm having fun with that. And new cosplays coming up soon. Hopefully I'll be making some content. Whether or not TikTok gets banned is pointless. I'll make content somewhere eventually. And yeah, that's it for right now. Just a lot of art stuff.
Awesome stuff. John, who are you? What do you do? Where can we find you?
Hello, I'm John. I still can't spin a pen. Today I was playing Yesterday, the anxious time boy. I can be found on just about everything else here on Would Be Heroes. Much like what Glitch said, I run Break the Twilight Labyrinth, where Glitch and Dora are. And you can view their very fun characters. I also run my own podcast, Bacon Flavored Pods, where we are currently in the second half of the Mecha vs. Kaiju campaign. And when that wraps up, we have plans for a Wild West horror-themed campaign. And we are also running a Final Fantasy-themed Beacon campaign that D is in as the very polite Reaper of Death with a shovel.
Yes.
And providing on what occurs when there is a chance that I might be running a Pathfinder 2e game in the near future for both Would Be Heroes and Bacon Flavored Pods. I can also be found on my friend's Twitch channel, Bore Immortal, where we are going to wrap up Fallout 1 either this week or next, depending on how many times I have to save scum because all my companions have died.
Oh boy.
And maybe you'll even see me have a tiny mental breakdown when I realize that one of the companions that got rendered to smithereens was carrying all of my medical supplies.
Oof.
Let's see. I can also draw for money. If you have money and you want to draw, I can do that. I think that's it for me.
Alrighty. Dora.
Hi, I'm Pandora Beatrix. I played Coraline Templeton, who's got a lot going on. I'm not super actively doing anything right now aside from actual plays. I keep forgetting to mention Break, which I am in quotes with an asterisk because of how my schedule is. But I am definitely probably asterisk being at the next one. So
Oh, you are in for a lovely surprise when you join in next time.
I always am. Other than that, I have my I recommend people go start listening to the Modus Files as we are between seasons currently. It's an excellent time to start. There are 3 seasons of Fallout flavored nonsense that are extremely it gets involved. But it's extremely well written, and there's a crap ton of voice actors in it, and it's super good. Also, I will keep mentioning Store 236 for a while, even though it's not going to be out until October. But it's going to be super fun. And also, a thing that I'm going to be in is going to be like in film festivals next year or something. I don't. December.
Nice.
People should be able to look at a thing. Hopefully, it'll be cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about all I have for the moment.
Alrighty, that's about it. Everyone just lists and lists and lists. Everyone. Last and certainly least, I have been Dear Night Wonder. I can be I can be found under Night Wonder. That's Wonder with an O on all of the things and places. You also have there's also Linktree / Night Wanderer. That's Wonder with an O. I stream on my own channel 3 times a week. Currently, the games that we are streaming are Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. At this point, I think I'm about ready to start the Kingmaker module, as I have completed both the main campaign, Shadows of Undertide, and Hordes of Underdark expansions. Then on our second stream of the week, we have just started this week Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and that has been fun so
I
far.
thought you were doing that.
Yeah,
But
and on Sundays, 11 a.m. CET, that's a standard one that doesn't change the days. The weekdays change, but they're always at 9 p.m. CET. The Sunday ones are 11 a.m. CET. I am playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, the original Vampire the Masquerade role-playing game, video game. It is a lot of fun. I love it. those are the new games that are lined up at the moment. You can also find me on Ben's Cybertopia podcast playing Toby or a Resilient Test Subject. You can find me on John's Bacon Flavored Pods playing both Augustus Crimp, who is in the Mecha vs. Kaiju, and the very polite shovel-wielding Reaper of Death in the Ivalice Rogues adaptation of Final Fantasy game. You can find me here doing this every other Saturday. Oh, and on the other alternating Saturday, most of the times, you can find me playing in a Call of Cthulhu game also on this channel. I think that is all of the stuff that I have at this point. You can check out a cute little SRD with a couple of with optional theme systems that I posted on Itch, I believe. It's called 123D6. It's intended to be a quick and easy entry into a role-playing evening when you don't want to prepare a huge story or anything. I have made the variations for it, vampires and puppies, the two variations that you can play. It's very easy to adapt. Go check it out. It is available for the low price of absolutely fucking free. That has been us for tonight. Join us in 2 weeks as we continue to unravel the tangled web of mysterious bullshit that is coming out of my mind. And we are going to raid out. I think we are going to raid out into, let me just double check. Yeah, we're going to go raid out into Dice Legends, who are currently doing Ultimate World Building, how to make a city map.
Nice.
So let's go do that, raid into them, show them some love. And we will be back soonish doing stuff and everything as I go Dice... No, is it Dice Legends? Yeah, it is Dice Legends. There we go. Starting the raid.
Bye, guys.
And see you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.